Hi everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. It's Steve from Gameday Live, joined by Oz, who's got a cold.
Yes.
We're waiting for Mikey to join us, but he's not here yet. We think he's gone to sleep. um, Oz won't be doing much talking. Oz will be a lot more visual. Um, yeah,
Which is
with
which
his
is kind of
thumbs up
shocking. Which is
because
kind of shocking
he's
based on who I am as a person.
yeah,
Just the
yeah.
moment
So
you
we
say
can all
Oz won't
enjoy
talk
it
much.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
enjoy
but
it.
yeah. So Oz will be dropping back into the. He's going to be coughing a lot as well.
Got
Apologies,
the Rona.
guys.
Got the
But yeah,
Rona.
have you been tested?
Yeah, I've done two lateral flows, and yeah, I said no to the Rona.
Yeah.
Two tests,
Good,
no
mate.
Rona.
Well, glad you ain't got it because it's
Yeah.
fucking awful. Um, yeah, so yeah, joined by Oz initially. Then he's going to drop back to do like the scores and do the producer role that we've always got someone doing. Well, when we can, just telling us what's going on. I think most of the games kick off at midday. Sorry, at 2 today. We'll go through the games. We got one cross divisional game.
We've got a
Tons of
two
games
thirty
cancelled.
kickoff. Yeah, we've got a 2:30 kickoff between Yorkshire and Doncaster. And then we had a midday kickoff between the
Yeah, the,
Sabres
the,
and the
the Sussex
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts kicked off at midday, so we may have a score from them because I see that Sussex have posted on what's it called
Twitter.
Instagram. So we may have a score from them. They may have maybe an early game. I don't know. I mean an early end to the game, but we'll see. But yeah, welcome. So it's week 13. We've got so there's a lot more weeks in the season because of the Scotland season. But this is our second. This is our penultimate game day live for the season because after next week is the last week of a lot of fixtures, full fixtures. Then after that, it just drops right down to like 3 or 4. And it's not worth us doing a broadcast for that, but we will do like the standard, score posts and all that sort of stuff. But it isn't worth us just sort of sat here chatting away. So yeah, so yeah, this and then we are going to be doing this for Uniball, which is going to be cool. So Game Day Live will be off probably for about a month, and then we'll be back with some different hosts.
I was gonna say,
Um,
is that a we thing? Because I don't know shit about
no, no,
Uniball.
no, no, no. You're not involved in it, mate. Yeah, so I've got a couple of guys that know a little bit more about Uniball. I'll probably get involved in it to start it off, and then I really want to sort of hand it over as I do everything that we do with Gridiron Hub, just sort of start it up, figure it out, and then get someone else to, own it. So yeah, and we got some development stuff for this as well, but who cares? Well, you'll see it when you see it. But yeah, so yeah, looking forward to this. Is yeah, I quite enjoyed doing Game Day Live. So yeah, it'll be good to move it into the Uniball season as well. And I think with Uniball, just with because in general, Uniball tend to be a lot more active on social media, Twitter, Instagram, not Facebook to an extent, but mostly Twitter and Instagram. And it's not just the teams; it's also the players. So looking forward to seeing a lot more posts and a lot more activity. So yeah, whoever's producing that show is going to have the work cut out for him. But yeah, so we've got a pretty fair amount of games this weekend. I think there's something like 18 now. But we did have quite a lot of games, teams backing out and actually ending their season early in doing so by backing out of games in the in these past couple of weeks, obviously including next week as well. It
Yeah,
leaves
18 games, 6 games cancelled.
yeah. so so yeah, and those 6 games have been cancelled throughout the season, some through dropouts. We'll talk through those in a sec. So yeah, but fortunately, some of those teams that did have games cancelled have found fixtures, which has been good. So you may hear us announce teams that you think, oh, they're actually playing. You wouldn't be wrong. It's just
It's
that
Birmingham Leicester for one, isn't it?
Birmingham
Cross
Leicester's going to be a
divisional.
great one, and fair play for. I think Birmingham are going to give them a bit. Are going to get a bit of a rough day, but fair play to them for playing a game and going for it. They're playing really well, so they got high confidence, which is really going to help them. But yeah, we'll get to that. Right, so let's have a look at the fixtures.
Ooh.
Right, so we'll start at the obviously at the top. Caledonia. So we've got the Inverclyde Goliaths playing the Edinburgh Wolves. And I'm fairly sure these guys played already. They did in week 11, and it was 54-0. Inverclyde, they've not. They've played 2 and lost both. They've only scored 6 points, but they've played the 2 hardest teams in the division. But then there's only 4 teams in the division.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's.
And they won them.
It's just a rough ride for them, right? Like this season.
It's a little bit crap for them, the fact that they've had to play Edinburgh twice and East Kilbride once without having played Glasgow yet.
Yeah, that'll be a good game because it seems that.
They're both
quite frank, both teams are getting quite outclassed by similar margins to.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully the games between Glasgow and Inverclyde will give them both something to sort of fight over.
Do they get them twice each? Like, do they?
Yeah, they must do. It's a 4 game.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, once
So
there.
there's one there. No.
No.
Looks like they only get them once.
Yeah.
That's pretty bull, to be honest. Like.
Yeah, you'd rather see the top 2 teams play each other twice, wouldn't you? And then the bottom 2.
Exactly. It's a bit rough that they only play each other once and they have to run up. Like, so I'm assuming that the Tigers probably have to play the Pirates twice and the Goliaths have to play the Wolves twice. That's well done, Baffy. You really knocked that one out of the park.
That's a loser comes last game, isn't it? Cool. So we got a score update. Thank you, Darren. Sabres are winning half time. So the Sabres are playing the Thunderbolts. The Sabres lost their second game of the season last week in a shock defeat for them, really.
Against the Squadron.
The Squadron's first win.
See,
mate, they were ecstatic.
It's not the Squadron's first win, is it? I thought it was their second win.
Oh, it might be their second. Well, I don't know. We'll
have a look when we get to there. I was speaking to somebody who's tied to the team, and and he was asking. Oh no,
it is their second. They've got a winning record.
Yeah. So he was asking if they win this week. Is there a possibility of them being able to finish top based on win percentage?
It is based on win percentage. So if they win this week, they get a 7-5, but they can't top the 8-3 that.
Yeah, so the Spartans would have to lose.
Yes.
If the Spartans lost, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So.
Well, but they've got more games to play as well. Like it's not just this week; it's next week, and then that game's inconsequential to it. But so if the Spartans have got what 2 games left, right? So if they lost those 2, they'd end up on a 5-3. What's a 5-3 record? About 0.7?
Oh, no, it's like 6.8 or some shit like that. I've got a calculator that I use for fantasy football. Give me 2 secs.
Yeah, have a look.
So we got 5 and 3, yeah.
Yeah, and the Squadron have got another game against the Mavericks.
6-2-5.
6-2. Sorry, yeah. I went the wrong way with it, didn't I?
Yeah.
So the Squadron have got 2 more games left. They could mathematically end up with a 4-1 record, which would put them top. Yeah, they could.
Yeah, that's why he was sort of asking, and then obviously in their first foray into the division.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's unlikely, but yeah, that'd be cool.
It is unlikely, but. So
I mean, I think you and I both are going to go the same way here with this game, and that the Edinburgh Wolves are going to win a likely shutout. We'll see how it goes. Then we can do
the Presidents.
Yeah, see, whenever I see the DC Presidents, I always think, is that game actually on, or did they back out? Have they folded? And I think it's just my history with that organisation. Like, since we've been doing the media stuff, they're just in and out. But
I was going to say, haven't Darlington folded a game or 2 as well?
Yeah. They had a game against Gateshead and the DC President. These are the games that have been cancelled. The DC President.
I thought they had one against. Oh no, sorry. I was thinking. Damn it! There's too many train fucking franchises. It was the Railroaders that bailed out of the Leicester game.
and the DC Presidents didn't play the Vikings twice. So,
Right.
so the last time these two played was 3 weeks ago, and the Steam won 35-6, and I'm pretty sure that 6 was the only points that DC have scored all season. Yeah, it is.
I think you're right.
So I'm going Darlington on that one. And then this game, so Northumberland Gateshead, I've got a feeling, is that game going ahead, or was that game, will someone pull out of that game? I've got a feeling it might be just not updated.
Yeah, it's been cancelled.
Yeah, I thought so. So my last data upload into the fixtures didn't work, and I've got Dom trying to fix it. So I have tried to remove that fixture from my list, but it's not gone yet. The same with the Birmingham game against Hereford. That's there. Okay, so then we've got the Caesars versus the Alphas in Central East. The Caesars obviously top at 4-1.
I feel like the Caesars are going to sort of cruise to a victory in this one. To be honest with you, mate, I don't see them getting too much of a struggle. Yeah.
33-6 was their last result away.
Yeah. I would say at least two. Actually, I'd say probably 3 scores. I would say that the Caesars win by at least 21 points, sort of thing.
Yeah, cool. And then we've got the reverse of this fixture: the Knights, the Northampton Knights versus the South Links Lightning.
The Lightning gave them a bit more of a crack than I thought they would the last time they played.
Yeah, the Lightning. I felt that about the Lightning this season. Like they're not like a pushover team that you'd expect from an associate state. Like if you look at the Lee Miners, for example, I don't ever.
I'd rather not.
Expect them to like. I think if the Lee Miners played the South Links Lightning, the South Links Lightning would trounce them. Like not just.
Yeah, I'd say
would probably
like a 40,
take
40.
the game to them.
Yeah,
you know, so yeah, I agree. I think I don't think they've got enough to reverse this result though. I think they lose this game, but I hope they're better for the 8 point that at home. I hope they're better than just 8 points. Hopefully they get a couple of scores. But yeah,
it'd be nice to see them get at least one or two touchdowns.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm with you on that. I think it's a Northampton Knights win.
Where are the Knights sitting on the table? Are they still behind?
Let me go back. I think they're third.
Because they're in the same.
Oh no, they're second.
They're second. Yeah, I was gonna say they're above the Alphas, so they're sitting behind the Caesars. I don't see them catching the Caesars, but put them
the Caesars
making sure the gap doesn't get any wider is probably something they're thinking about. Yeah.
It's a shame because the Caesars. Am I right in saying the Caesars' loss was their game against the
Manchester?
Manchester. Yeah, I was going to say the Irish, but that was wrong.
No, it was cross divisional against the Titans. Yeah.
I mean, it's the Lee Miners again.
Can they get on the board? Let's see.
They did last time against them.
Yeah, and they also hemorrhaged 86. So.
This is their
and
first game.
That was also early in the season, and this is their first game since the 127. You just scroll past it.
Yeah, and I think, do you know what? I know they've been very vocal online, like, and everyone's saying how positive they are, and like that they're we're not scared and we're doing all right and all that. We learned so much and all this stuff.
Did you though?
There will absolutely be people on that squad that are like, I'm not doing that again. I'm done for the season. There's one more game left. It's away in Lancashire. I don't know the distance between these two teams. I can see them not having a depleted squad and maybe not even finishing the game.
Yeah.
So definitely Lancashire for that one.
Well, do we know where the Wolverines are based out of?
Yeah. If we go to the.
Because it's just Lee is in. What's classified as Greater Manchester, so they're west.
I don't think the Lee Miners have been added to it, but let me have a look.
Yeah, so Lee is. What's the town that Lancashire plays out of? Do they play out of like Lancaster or something?
I don't know, mate. It's all northern to me. Let's have a look. Right, so adult contact. Are the Lee Miners on here? Yeah,
they are. No. So they're west of Manchester.
Let me get rid of everyone else on here.
Yeah, that would be the better thing to do as opposed to just having everybody.
Yeah. with 13 flag on it. Okay, right. So let's go to. There's Lancashire there, and there's
so
Lee.
they're like Preston. Yeah, so they're Preston.
We're down the M61.
Okay. So it's not too much. It's not too big.
I don't know. I don't think that's like, what's that? 40 minutes to get that far.
But when you think about like the grand scheme of away games that people have played, it's not that big of a drive. Yeah, it's like you say, it's about 40 minutes. I've just checked on Google Maps.
Was that right?
Yeah, 41 minutes down the M61. Well, to Preston anyway. I've just gone to Preston.
And you can add, you can add on time either end and all that sort of stuff. But yeah.
But that's not a massively huge away game.
Yeah, but I can still see, like, so you're looking at what, an hour and a half of travel either way.
Yeah.
I can see people just backing out of it, mate.
Oh yeah, definitely. Same here, just because they got slapped 86-0 last time.
Yeah. So
86-7, sorry, 86-7. Apologies.
This one,
I think the Cats have got this comfortably,
especially
after the drubbing that the Cardinals took last week.
Yeah, and well, so the Cardinals have also, I saw a post, it might have been on Instagram, where, yeah, it was, I'll see if I can find it, where someone, I think it was just a message to us, because we did a question about, do you think the Cats are going to go, I put 9-0 instead of 8-0, because I'm an idiot, and people answered it, and someone actually said, like basically from Ipswich saying, like, we're going to turn up and do our best, but we're missing a lot of players. We're not, they're basically expecting a defeat.
Yeah.
That was, and it's always bad to hear.
You hate to see that when you're looking at that midweek and the team's already going, look, we are.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm just a bit gutted by it, but. So
they took a heavy loss last week against Norwich.
Yeah, surprisingly heavy loss. But then Norwich. So I don't know how true this is, but it follows from what we're looking at. Apparently, Norwich have recently signed 10 Americans, and have a massive squad and are like a buoyant, and everything's now clicking for them, and they're on an upward trajectory. It'd be interesting to see how they can keep that going if that's the case.
Based on the fact that when they played last time, one was, it was 21-20 or something, I think the final score, and then to come through and go 63-0, it's a big chance. No, up one more when they played each other last time.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
21-20.
Yeah. I can't see the Devils not really trouncing.
Something has changed.
Not the Devils, the Cats not really trouncing the.
I would say.
Cards.
Based on how the Cats have gone so far, I'd say they probably put up 40. The Cards might score 1 or 2, but I think this is going to be a pretty big margin of victory for the Cats.
And then we've got the Gladiators versus Ouse Valley. I really want Ouse Valley is starting to get a few more points. Like
if they won one, game,
12 in that game. So I think they're good for a few scores here. It's just whether they can stop. When those scores come, but I can't see past Colchester winning.
No, especially if you look at it'll be interesting the Colchester Norwich game the next time they play, because that was a decent enough victory for Colchester, and now Norwich have turned around. So that's what I mean. Next week.
Yeah, next week will be good
because that'll pretty much be the battle for second place as well in that division. So
yeah. Yeah.
But I've got Colchester, and I hope Ouse Valley, just doesn't get embarrassed, I suppose.
So this game is not happening. But let's talk about the cross-divisional one that's been set up, and it's on League Republic, so we're counting it as a league game. We'll probably get told no, it was a controlled scrimmage.
I can't see Leicester losing. Birmingham have performed well, and they've played up against different opponents and stuff, but I can't see Leicester losing this at all.
No,
I think Leicester comes away quite comfortably. Probably at least a 2-score victory, I would say.
At least, I think, I'd say comfortably more than that.
Yeah,
Leicester.
That's the thing. I'm sort of blanking on what Birmingham's past results were. That's why I'm being sort of hedging.
They've not been bad. Like, Birmingham have done well.
No, and that's the Aztecs have obviously been the class of that division.
Yeah.
Birmingham have surprised people in a way, because they Yeah, okay. So I was gonna say, did they run Bristol close? But no, they didn't. But yeah, I would say probably a similar scoreline actually to what Bristol put up. It would be similar to what Leicester put up. Looking at it now.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm pretty sure. Did we have this as game of the week? What's our game of the week?
Yeah, this was game of the week.
So let's have a look. So Hertfordshire is 6-1. Wembley below them at 4-0. 4-0-2 because they've drawn 2 bloody games. So they argue that they're undefeated, and they are. But yeah, but the stronger record is Hertfordshire's. But then they've had one more game. When they first played, Wembley won 19-7 back in week 1. And I don't think they've played again. I think this is their second head-to-head. Yeah, it is. And a lot's happened since then. And I think the favourites have got to be the Cheetahs going into this.
See, I would have gone with the Stallions.
So I think this. I want to back the Stallions to win, but I think, actually judging on the guesses that people have put into the
on the game of the week.
Yeah, there's a majority of Hertfordshire backers and people saying they'll win, but interestingly, there's not many shutouts, right? So I think both teams are good for scores this game. I think it's going to be a close one. I genuinely think it could swing either way, which is why it's a good selection. But I think the Stallions are gonna take it, but we'll see. And then the Saints versus the Hornets. That game is off because the Hornets couldn't. So sorry, I've got the games that are off on here, but like I said, I hadn't been able to remove them. That game's off because the Hornets had some COVID cases. Normally, this is the biggest game in the biggest non-playoff game in the country. The Blitz versus the Warriors. And we were supposed to have 2 of these this year, but the first one the Blitz backed out of and looked for a rescheduling, which obviously hasn't happened. So these two only face each other once this season. And I think the Warriors are going to put them to the sword, man. I think they're pissed off about that because the Blitz.
50 on them.
Oh no! Did the Blitz? Hold on, I might be wrong in that. Did the Blitz back out? No, sorry. They did. Yeah. That's in there. But also the O's backed out. I didn't want to get them. I didn't want to get them.
Are you looking at rescheduled ones?
Yeah, anything on the 10th of the 10th is like a rescheduled one.
Right.
I haven't got the facility yet to put them into cancelled or whatever. That's what I will do.
Right. Yeah, I think the Warriors put 50 on them. I don't think this is close. I still think there's a massive gap between the Warriors and the Blitz.
Yeah, and I think the Warriors will see this is the biggest game of their season, and they're going to want to smash them. And the Warriors do really good updates on Gameday on Instagram, so I'm looking forward to it, to see them, pretty much play-by-play coverage of it.
Yeah. Right, moving on.
We know this game is currently, what was it? The last update.
Is the Exiles Olympians cancelled?
Oh, sorry. No, it's not. I skipped it. That is a good game.
Is it?
I think so, because... Well, I don't know.
The Exiles ran the Blitz close.
The O's beat
twice.
The Exiles.
Did they beat them last time they played?
Yeah, 15-13.
Oh, okay.
This is a good game. Kent are going to want to make sure that they get back at the O's. The O's are going to make sure that they're superior and that the win wasn't a fluke.
Because how did the O's and the Blitz? I thought the Blitz sort of just ran wild over the O's, if I remember rightly, right early in the season.
36-0.
Yeah, but then obviously the Exiles and the Blitz had 2 close games. So are these 3 just playing merry-go-round?
And that's what I keep saying. I think the Aztecs are going to come in and take out all 3 of them and take that second spot next season.
There we go. Right from the
Hey,
back.
Russ, hello, mate. Opening kickoff return TD. And
No, for the Cheetahs, sorry.
Yeah, the Cheetahs. The Cheetahs are 7-0 up against the Stallions. Game we were just talking about. And like I said, the Cheetahs are seem to be the favourites on paper. And open and sort of, I suppose, true to that, score their opening kickoff return. always a killer in it to start a game Well, always great to start a game with a kickoff return for a touchdown or a killer to be against it. So yeah, that'll be good. So right, here we go. So what are you calling on this one? O's.
I'm gonna take East Kent.
Yeah, I am too. They're not East Kent. It's just Kent.
Oh, sorry, Kent. Yeah, sorry.
East Kent is the Sabres.
Yeah, Mavericks, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, the Mavericks. East Essex is the Sabres. Sorry.
So many teams from the same area.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that one. Yeah, I'm going to take the Kent Exiles, even though they're away. Yeah. I think they'll have a bee in their bonnet, and they got something to prove here. Because they were saying they were talking a lot of shit pre-season about like people don't know how good we are, and we're going to shock the world and all this. And fair play to them, they did at the beginning of the season, but they still didn't win anything. Coaching, so we'll do my best for the updates. Cheers, Russ. Let us know, mate, and good luck. # Go Cheaters. He's just saying he's going to try and keep us updated.
I think for me, I've always been, and apologies for not looking at the camera, I'm trying to update as I fucking talk.
No, that's all right, mate.
I've always been of the opinion that the O's are just the third London team, is how I've always viewed it. Like, I wasn't here when the O's were dominant in the 2000s or 90s or whatever the fuck it was. And all that I've ever known about the O's is they were, it was where the cast-offs from the other two teams went when they got older, or they weren't as talented or couldn't get a starting spot. Like, I've got a pretty shit opinion of the O's, and it's probably unwarranted, and I feel like I'll apologise for that in advance. But I don't know, like in my head thinking about this, I was like, right, well, I feel like Kent should beat them, just based on the discussions that we had when Kent was playing the Blitz. And this could just be a stupid bias, but I still feel like Blitz is better. Like, the Blitz, I still have them as a tier above the O's, and I'm struggling to sort of factor Kent in there. And I'm trying, because they got fucking slapped by the Warriors like everybody else did, I'm sort of slotting them in, and I'm like, right, do they go in with the Blitz just above the O's? But I feel like Kent wins. I can definitely be wrong. 100% can be wrong on this easily, very easily. The O's can turn around and, put 20-point gap on them for all we know, but I'm going with Kent.
Cool. Yeah, I feel the same. I'm going to go with Kent. Like I said, I think they've got something to prove here. Particularly based on what they were saying online, I think they've been licking their wounds from this, which it's a close loss as well, But I think they're gonna want to reverse that result. Then we've got that game's underway. 24-6 was the last update. And that
even before the halftime score, I would have said that the Sabres had that quite comfortably in the bag.
Yeah, and then we got East Kent Mavericks versus the Spartans. Hold on, I've closed South-East. I think the Spartans are leading that league.
Yeah,
the Mavericks haven't had such a good season. So East Kent Mavericks they've only won 2 this season.
Was that both against the Thunderbolts?
They've scored a lot of points.
I wonder if that was both against the Thunderbolts, though. If they played the Thunderbolts twice, there's one, 55 points. That'll give you that. And then
they have.
The other, so that's the thing. The stats are artificially inflated because they played the Thunderbolts twice. Yeah.
Well, the last time these two teams played, it was a 3-2 ratio on the score in 30-20.
Yeah.
So I feel that the same would apply in the.
I was going to say I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked to see a pretty similar scoreline to that, to be honest.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I'm going. Well, it looks like we're both going for
Sabres. Yeah.
Mikey's just messaged saying he didn't think he was presenting today, so it's just me.
Oh gosh.
So it's all good.
I'll pop in when I can, but I'm gonna.
It's all good, man. I don't want you to ruin your voice. I'd rather have you in the background doing stuff than not have you at all. So. I'm gonna hold on. Let me close this down, and I'll talk about the news flash, Bafra's news flash. So there's quite a lot this week. People who are banned. So Tyler Korn, you may remember him. It was he's number 5 for the.
Is this his second week of the suspension? Because he got a multiple game ban, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it is, but they don't show that. He got a further 2-game suspension for an act of misconduct when he threw his helmet towards the officials.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Falele. Falole. I think that's how to pronounce the name. Number 52 for the Kent Exiles. With 4 minutes and 28 remaining in the fourth quarter, number 52 ran forcibly into a pile of players and joined in the fight, which included forcibly pulling people off the pile. So this one I don't get. It doesn't. Saying he joined in a fight is different to saying he pulled people off of a pile.
Yeah.
If he went in there swinging, but like, refs always got a problem with people pulling people off.
They've got a don't join policy. There's a flat out like if there's something happening, stay away.
Yeah.
Which goes against to the pure antithesis of everybody who plays team sports. Where if you see your mate get shoveled, you're going to help him. Be it whether you're going to go pull the guy off him or pull your guy off their guy, you're gonna wade in and do it. But they're just they have a very strict don't join policy.
Yeah, so that's what he got done for, which is I think I'd feel hard done by because he doesn't say he threw any punches or anything. He just tried to break it up. So he's out for the game today against the O's, and then Tyreek Taiwu, I think that's how you say his name, number 12, also for the Kent Exiles. It was the same incident. After the play was over, number 12 committed a late hit away from the ball and proceeded to fight an opponent. So it was him that started the fight, and his teammate breaking it up.
Go in and help him, and he's got them both suspended.
Got them both suspended for the game against the O's. Yeah, it's a shame. And then you've got Jordan Simpson, number 87 for the Sandwell Steelers. He was seen to throw a punch in the direction of an opponent, so he misses the game against Shropshire today. They're not playing Shropshire today.
Didn't think they were. We didn't talk about the Reds at all.
We've got cancelled games.
I've got an update.
Yeah, go on.
The North Ants Knights are up 7-0 over South Links Lightning. Ty Gordon reels in a 26-yard pass for the opening score. PAT is good, 7-0.
Nice. And then we've got... Oh, come on. You're killing me with these names.
Let's just see how EDL Steve is by giving him slightly foreign names and watching him struggle.
Yeah. John Smith. I'm calling him John Smith. No, Eric Kozlowski. I think that's how you say his name. And I apologise for these pronunciations. He's number 16 for the Swindon Storm. Having committed a previous unsportsmanlike act, and during the first quarter, number 16 ran from the team area, where he was a non-playing participant at the time, having come off the field the previous play, to retaliate physically against a Birmingham player who had committed a late hit out of bounds. He didn't even run onto the field.
Yeah, that's what's called stupidity.
So this happened on the sideline. Someone committed a late hit, and then he went and smacked him, or did something.
It's stupid. It's stupidity. It's like, again, I get it. You know, you're trying to support your mate and everything like that, but at the same time, you've got a responsibility. Like, someone who's actually in the game will take care of that. Like, you've gone after a guy when you're out of the game. Like, it's just stupidity.
So he misses the game against Swindon, and it says the game against Bristol today. Swindon and Bristol aren't playing today.
No. So no,
they've got these games wrong. So I've read these out, and they'll probably end up having to read them out next week. I think they got the weeks wrong on it.
Oh no, Swindon is playing Bristol. They are. We just didn't review the game.
Did we not?
No.
Do you know what? I probably haven't. I probably didn't. Huh?
Bristol's going to paddle him.
Yeah, that's the review.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I probably didn't have it on the screen.
Yeah, no, Bristol are playing Swindon.
Okay, cool. Let me just.
We also didn't look at the Thrashers Bobcats game either.
Yeah, so I know what it was. Was the screen I was looking at was hasn't been updated, and it didn't bring in the new games and didn't remove the old ones. I've messaged Dom, and he should get it sorted at some point today.
So we've got the Steelers versus the Revs as well. So these games are all being played.
Oh, the Steelers Revs is there.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Steelers Revs. That's a good game. That's a good game.
I think the Revs take it.
Yeah, I think they do. But I think the Steelers are starting to play well. and they'll give them a bit of a game. That'll be good. The Thrashers and the Bobcats.
I think the Thrashers, the Bobcats have been amazing this season.
Great season.
I counted them out. The Breeds counted them out. Britball counted them out. They've been incredible. I'll say this right now: the Bobcats have been a revelation this year in what has been an absolute shocking season. But I still think that they lose by 20 points.
Yeah.
I think the Thrashers compliment. The Thrashers just far away feel like the best team in that division. It's not even close.
Yeah.
So
and then just to go through the cancelled games, so we had Oxford Saints versus the London Hornets in Thames Valley. We had the Birmingham Bulls versus the Hereford Stampede in Severn. We had Leicester Falcons versus the Crewe Railroaders in Mercia. We had Northumberland Vikings and the Senators in Hadrian's. South Wales Warriors versus the Worcestershire Black Knights in Severn. The Source. And the Thunder versus the Knights in Wessex. So a lot of games this week cancelled, but then a lot, as you could tell, added in. So we probably only one game down overall if you're looking at the total number of games, but still.
Well, because if you look at the Birmingham one's been rescheduled with Leicester as well, so.
Yeah. So cool. Right. I'm gonna have a quick look at Instagram and just see what's going on, because there may be some score updates there. There usually is. So the Warriors are getting ready for a 2:30 kickoff. Thrashers, they're doing. The Thrashers. Have you seen their white kit? Is this a new kit?
No, they've had a white kit before.
Have they? It's nice, mate. The Thrashers sideline is enormous.
In terms of people.
The number of players.
You're not sharing your screen, so we can't.
No, yeah. Let me just share it. So this is on their Instagram. It's just the line just keeps going and going.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a big boy. The 69's a big lad, isn't he?
Tiny. I'd take him. 25 is who I'm scared of. No, it's a lot of people.
Yeah. So hold on, let's just check.
Can't see them having to worry about injuries.
No. So the Cats game against, who are the Cats playing?
Cambridgeshire's against the Cardinals.
It doesn't look like the Cardinals though. Oh yeah, it is. It looked like they had a black kit rather than their red.
Gladiators have taken the lead over Ouse Valley already, 7-0.
Yeah.
Sam's running in. The kick is good, so it looks like it's going to be a long day for Ouse Valley.
Cool. Yeah. So no other updates at the moment.
No, it's been a quiet one.
Right. So let me just check. Oh, Northants Knights have done some posts. Oh, no, nothing there. I think we're going to be scrounging around for updates today.
Yeah. It'll just be you monologuing as I cough and splutter in the background.
Yeah. Actually, let me just see if they're doing. So yeah, it was a 2:00 kickoff for the Ipswich game. Yeah, that Ipswich are the only. Or I don't know if it's the Ipswich or the Cats, but I think it is Ipswich. But they're one of the only teams that actually still use Score Stream for their updates.
Yeah.
Most people just moved away from it. Let me just check Baffa if they're doing their live scores thing. Doesn't look like it. No, that hasn't been turned on yet. Although it's pretty useless. They're typically... Well, they say it's full time, or the update was an hour ago and it was a minute ago, so it's not that reliable.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah. Not as unfortunate as Mikey letting us down.
I told him he's dead to me, so... You've left me at my weakest moment, Mikey. You're dead.
Yeah. See if we get him on for a chat.
Fuck, I hope not. Facebook's become unresponsive. That's great.
If you have to drop off, mate, drop off.
No, it's just Facebook. No, it's just Facebook. Trying to update the scores and everything. It's just Facebook's decided to crap the bed. So that's fun. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be fairly quiet. Some of these games have got off to early starts though. Northants.
I think
Colchester.
not
early starts by times. I mean, early starts as in early points.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll know sort of like how well it's all going in about half an hour, because we'll see once the next round of games kicks off. We'll see who's up. Who looks active on social media today? The Rams, the Bulls, the Cats, the Knights, the Gladiators, the Cheetahs,
Thrashers,
the Thrashers, the Storm. But they're playing. See, the Storm are playing the Aztecs. So I always wonder when a team
starts to get hammered if they
they just stop doing their
social
updates.
media just goes off.
Yeah, the Tigers look like they're going to update. I don't know. That's yesterday, so they we'll see if they
Is that Glasgow?
Yeah, the Glasgow Tigers.
Yeah.
Having a bad season, but getting a lot of love for their kit, the helmet. Have you seen the helmet?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's really nice. Really nicely done.
It reminds me of the Jaguars from the Jacksonville Jaguars from about 3 years ago. Like where they were just a fucking woeful team, but they just done a kit revamp and their helmets look really good.
Yeah, well, their kit looks alright, but like it's their lid. Their lid looks like the Bengals lid with like the stripes over it.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And they argue that there's only 5 stripes, not 6, so it's not the same.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, something came to mind. Whatever happened to the London Jaguars? Do you remember old matey from the London Jaguars?
So he was just basically having a mental breakdown. The guy, what was his name? Cyrus. His name was Cyrus something.
Yeah, because they were going pro.
Yeah, mate, and then he was talking about different people he was getting involved, and people like he was in the end, and I think now, but people were just people stopped listening to his nonsense because they knew it was nonsense, and actually started being concerned for him, because it was like there's something wrong with this dude. But then there was a parody account created of the team that made light of all the the types of things he would say. That was quite funny. But then I think even they stopped posting because it was like like you're attacking someone that is vulnerable.
Yeah.
So it actually he pipes up with stuff every now and then still.
He had a dream.
And he started talking about the like a basketball league as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just the guy's just like he's got really poor mental health. I don't know what he does for a living or anything, if he does work or anything. But yeah, he's
because I would have thought the UKFL would be right up his alley now.
That's probably what it is. He's probably Mick Tyler.
Get that. Look, you're not allowed to talk about Mick Tyler, right? You are not allowed to. We're not going down that rabbit hole.
No, I won't.
You're just a man with a grudge. Thank you, James. 37-9 to the East Essex Sabres.
Wow. I've just got Dom messaging me.
Oh, tell him to do some work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's turning into a rout there. Good on the Thunderbolts for being able to kick a field goal. But that is not going well. Oh, yeesh. And then if we're looking over here, can we see anything as well? No, we got nothing at the moment. It's a quiet day in Britball at the moment.
Yeah, well, we're pre-kickoff, aren't we? So we'll get all the kickoffs coming in a minute, and then hopefully it'll all kick off. It'll all start coming through. Let's have a quick look on Instagram. The Warriors are all getting ready on the sideline in their black kit. It looks like it's raining pretty heavily there.
Well, there was a few talk. There was a bit of talk about so the Spartans said that they were having an overcast game to face the East Kent Mavericks. And someone else mentioned that I think the Cheetahs had mentioned that it looked like it was just going to be a mud bowl as well.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Well, that's what you get for playing your season in the middle of September.
Well, I don't know if we can blame Hertfordshire for that.
You can't blame anyone. It's just how it's worked out this year, isn't it? Looking at a delayed kickoff with the Spartans at the Mavericks. No refs yet. Kickoff scheduled for 6 minutes time.
Fucking hell.
They must have been caught up in traffic, man. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. The refs are pretty, they're usually pretty solid, and I think they travel together. So
we give stick to BAFRA, like the governing body, but the actual individuals themselves are genuinely pretty solid. Like they want to get out. Yeah, they want to get out and do their stuff. So I feel like they haven't decided to fob your game off there, Scott. They will be on their way, you hope.
Oh, imagine. Well, I was going to say, imagine if they didn't think there was a game there, or they didn't have refs covering it. But you'd think that with 6 minutes to go in the game, they would have already made those phone calls.
Yes.
And found out that they, So
instead, they're all just sitting on the couch in their pants. It's like, oh no.
I was just looking at the Northants Knights, what they said. Today we travelled to Bourne to take on the South Links Lightning.
Yes,
in the reverse fixture of our 20-8 victory in week 3. Kick-off at 2 p.m. So, oh yeah, of course, they're already 7-0 up. I was just reading this thing because the reason that was so high up is that they used hashtag Gameday Live. Right. And that's why I saw it in the third column. Not that means anything to people watching.
No,
I want to give you so this weekend we didn't have any. There's no women's football. There was no under-19s football.
Right.
But we did have one set of under-16s contact football yesterday, which was all England and Scotland League, and it looks like there was a day tournament there. So I just want to read out the scores for that. Actually, let me put them on screen at the same time. Put the banner going on across the bottom. So I'll read them out. So you've got the East Kilbride Pirates beat the Hamilton Buccaneers 60-0. The Highland Wildcats lost to the Edinburgh Knights West 26-12. The Edinburgh Knights West also beat the Hamilton Buccaneers 57-0. So Hamilton took a bit of a beating in actually all 3 of their games. The Highland Wildcats
because that was the Buccaneers and the Wildcats, so 2 different teams, both got slapped.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at all 3 of their games across the fixtures. Highland Wildcats lost 41-0 to the East Kilbride Pirates. I don't know what's happened to the Wildcats, man. They used to be like an absolute power, but they're obviously not anymore. The Edinburgh Knights West lost by a close one to the East Kilbride Pirates 23-20, and then in the last fixture, the Highland Wildcats did win a game 54-12 over Hamilton. So yeah, that was the roundup of that. And I think they've got still. I think they've still got some more games to play in that division. In that level, I don't know how many more weeks, but the under-19s is concluded now, and the women's I think have got another couple of tournaments to play.
I'm always a little bit sad that I grew up in a country that didn't have youth and junior football, because for me it was just rugby. Like growing up, it was always rugby, but I would have loved to have played football at the under 16 level and the under 13 level.
So I didn't when I came back from America. I was like almost 15, and I played for 3 years, and I was looking for teams and I couldn't find them.
Yeah.
So I went and played rugby. Mate, I would have loved to have played in the UK at that level. I'd have wiped the floor with people, man. I was fucking brilliant back then. I played for Virginia State. I used to play every single day. And came back here, tried to find teams, couldn't find anything. And then it wasn't until I was how many years later? Almost 10 years later, 9 years later, that I found the Knights as an adult accidentally, and then stopped playing rugby and went and played for the Knights. So, yeah, haven't gone back since.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, someone said the Essex Spartans just posted saying looking at delay their kickoff.
The Spartans Mavericks kickoff originally scheduled for 2:30. No rest still. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does. And then what else? Yeah, we haven't. There's just no updates coming through, is there?
It's dry. I'm gonna take this opportunity to go and douse my throat with lemon and honey.
Mate. Let me take over.
I'll let you monologue on your own.
Yeah, cool. Bye. Alright, everyone. If you've got any questions for me, ask me. Keep me busy. I'm just having a look at Instagram. So on Instagram we've got I'm just looking at this Ipswich. There's nothing. There's no scores coming through yet. So there's just nothing happening at the moment in the world of football. British American. Oh, Darlington's team. What have they posted up? They're just saying that it's game day. No, nothing interesting. We've obviously got the NFL tonight. Do you want to talk about that? Oz is probably a better person to talk about that too. Although I did catch a couple of games last week of decent stuff. What else have we got? No, it's just nothing coming in, man. Right, so it's 2:30 now, so we should be seeing most of the games kick off. What games have we got? Let's just have a look. So 2:30 with Yorkshire, Doncaster. Actually, there's a lot of 2 o'clock kickoffs. We just don't have many updates. Let me have a look on Facebook. See if we can get some updates through there. So the Birmingham Bulls are leading 7-0 over the Leicester Falcons, which is quite surprising, really. I don't know if they it looks like they did a drive upfield. I don't know if it was their opening drive or if there's been any offensive play by the Falcons. But 7-0 there, so that's quite good. I'll just put a massive gap. Sorry, you guys won't know what I'm talking about here, but I'm just updating the Facebook post, and there's some duplicated information. But yeah, 7-0, not a bad start. I still can't see past the Falcons, winning that game. But it looked good to see that the Bulls are, hopefully going to be competitive in the fixture, or at least have started off that way. So let's just put that Q1. Oh, that is a painful one. Cheers, Darren, for the update. I'm just going to get it up on screen. Darlington are winning 24-0 against DC. Now that game, I think that was a midday kickoff. A 2 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, it was. So they've scored, it looks like 6 unconverted TDs. It could be 3 2-point converted TDs. Who knows? Judging by the way that PATs have gone this season so far in the game, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 4 unconverted, but we'll see. Darling, yeah. He said he meant to put Darlo. We knew who you meant, Darren. Appreciate the update, mate. I'm just going to put it on our Facebook post, ready for Oz when he gets back from sorting his throat out. So 24-0 in, and I'm assuming it's still. It could be the second quarter. Actually, I won't put the time in that one because we don't know. But first part of the game at least. 24-0 Darlington steam over the DC Presidents. They got a long day ahead of them there in DC. The Presidents have. Solent. Oh, this is quite cool. Cheers, Chris. Chris Howard of American Football UK fame. The kit supplier. He's just confirmed that the Solent v the Bobcats is 14-6 in the first quarter. So yeah, Solent obviously scored well. So I'm going to predict that they've scored 2 converted touchdowns, and that the Bobcats haven't scored 2 field goals. Instead, they've scored an unconverted touchdown. So I'm sure I'll stand to be corrected there, but probably the most likely outcome right at the moment. But it's still Q1 there, and yeah, be good to see how that one goes. Bournemouth are just like as I said earlier, like they've just done so well this season. Really sort of exceeded everyone's expectations of them. It's a shame. It's a shame they're in a league that where 2 teams that turned out to be sort of inferior to them, in the Sussex Thunder and the Portsmouth Dreadnoughts, actually dropped out. So that takes away sort of 4 game days of fun for them. Obviously, it will be competitive, but we'd predict that Bournemouth would beat them. Yeah, it's a bit of, it sort of changes your season. It taints it a bit, but Bournemouth is still buoyant, and yeah, they've done really well this season. So good on them. Obviously, they've beat the Knights. I think they played the Knights 3 times. The Rushmore Knights. Rushmore won the first one, which was, I don't know if it was home or away, but they won the first one, and I'm fairly sure that was a home for Rushmore. Then played Bournemouth away and lost, and then they played Bournemouth at home, I think last week, and lost. So Bournemouth ended up with a majority of wins over Rushmore, to end the season, which I'm sure they're extremely happy with. So that they've had a successful season despite some things really going against them. You think if there was those other 2 teams involved, it would have looked all the more better, So fair play to them. Right, let's have a look. I just want a quick look through. I can see a lot more people coming online now. So hi everyone, cheers for joining. Let's have a little look. So the Warriors have started to post. It is absolutely hammering it down there. So we'll see how that changes. It impacts play. They're good opening kickoff return for them there. They're playing at the Blitz ground. I can see that because I recognise it. Hold on, let me just go back to that. Running the ball as you'd expect from a couple of plays. There was a turnover on downs on this play, so it looks like the Warriors went for it on 4th down in their opening drive, didn't get the yardage they need, and now the Blitz take over. It's really hard to tell. Actually, I can see what looks like the end zone pylon, right? So if that is the end zone pylon, then the Blitz are taking over on roughly their own 15-yard line. So we'll see how that goes. The Cats, I don't know if they've kicked off yet. Let's just go through. Yeah, they've kicked off. It's end of first quarter, 0-0 is the last update from them. So let's pop that into our Facebook update. I can see someone's also posted, Darren's also posted a score update. Let me get to that in a second. So let's just go to, where is it? Glads and Ipswich. So we know that's underway, and it is 0-0 at the moment, or 0 if you're Oz. And then we've also got this one popped in from Darren. Thanks again, Darren. So as well as us giving the Darlington updates, he's also given us updates on Glad's OVE, and that one is currently 13-0. Again, sort of unsurprisingly, but unfortunate to the Gladiators. Unfortunate for Ouse Valley, right? Like we wanted them to sort of hopefully make a game of it. And then we've also got another score in from Mikey Gray. Cheers, Mikey. It's the Caesars 0, Alphas 0. So 0 again there. Caesars miss a field goal but recover on the Alphas' next drive. So let me just put that one in as well, and then update this. We'll click update. Why can't I find the game? Sorry, it's being under pressure. It's ruined it. There it is. Right. So 0-0. 0. Cool. So we've got some scores starting to come in, which is really good. Thank you everyone for sending the scores in. Keeps me busy. Exactly what I want, rather than just sat here just looking at stuff. Oh, we've got some updates on Twitter as well. So let me have a quick look at Twitter. Oh, that 13-0's come in. So just on the Birmingham score, Matt Dutton with a 15-yard TD catch, and Ross's extra point puts them 7-0 ahead. So yeah, that was, and from, I think it was, I can't remember where we saw the update, but it was like a floated ball to the corner of the end zone for that catch. The Gladiators got a pick 6 by Josh M, and the kick was no good to get that 13-0 scoreline against OVE. Confirmed from the Cats at the end of quarter 0-0. And then we got an update from the Knights. So that man again, number 84, Ty Gordon gets another touchdown as he latches onto a 15-yard pass from number 12, Nick Rizzuto. The pat is no good. The Knights lead 13-0. Let's just put that in. So the Knights, again, this is playing the South Links Lightning today. I think it's going to be a long day for South Links. I think there's going to be... I wouldn't be surprised if Northants scored on every offensive drive, maybe got a special teams score, and then maybe even a defensive score. I think that's sort of the type of game that I can expect there. Oh no, sorry, no, that's not right. I meant for the other game against the Lee Miners with the Wolverines. I think Northants, who are playing the Lightning, I think the Lightning are probably good for a score or two. But it's not looking good for them so far, 13-0 down, so apologies for that. Chris Howard's updated us with 3 numbers with a space in between them, 2-0 at space 6. I'm assuming that means that the Solent Thrashers are 20-6 up against the Bournemouth Bobcats. So thank you, Chris, for the update. Let me just pop that in. Sorry, the tickers at the bottom. The ticker at the bottom isn't going to update with the scores. Oh, it's actually showing the kids' scores anyway. But Oz will be doing that whenever he comes back. And once he's sorted his throat out, so Loz has got quite a bad cold, and obviously he's going to be with us sort of part time today, and I'll be doing the lion's share of the talking. So 20-0 against the Bobcats. There, we assume there'll probably be an update from Chris shortly with the PAT, because that was only 6 advance from the previous score that we had. Although Coach Rains does like going for 2. So it could be that he's only gone for 2 once and only got one of them. Gone for 2 all 3 times and only got one of them. But yeah, we'll see. Right, let's have a quick look through. We'll just go back and just cycle through all of the update feeds, shall we? So, sorry, I know it's not that exhilarating, but let's check in and see what's going on with the London Warriors. So it's their defense there. It looks like a tackle. So the Blitz, the Blitz scored on their drive, and it looks like it was. I'm sorry. I need to pause this so I can talk. It looks like it was a lot like a long yardage score, because the angle we've got of the picture. So like I said, the Blitz started on their own 15 roughly. It looks like they maybe got a few yards on a run, and then they took a. It looks like an over sort of 50-yard score. Most likely a pass, but we don't know. They went for 2 points and it was no good. So the Blitz are leading 6-0. I'm just looking at the ensuing kickoff return from the Warriors. It looks like it. Yeah, not a great one. Just sort of pushed out of bounds. There was a penalty on the play, but I can't see from the footage. So yeah, 6-0 to the Blitz. So we're not going to get too excited and carried away. The last time the Warriors went down on points in the opening part of the game was a 10-0. They went down to the Kent Exiles and they ended up winning something like 60-10. So we said you don't poke the bear, right? But you'd like to think that the Blitz, as the number 2 team in that league for so many years, aren't likely to give up a lead that easily, and by that much. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So 6-0. And do you know what? It could just be. Well, it's interesting, right? So it's hammering it down with rain, and like I said, it looks like that was a long distance touchdown, which was most likely a pass. I suppose it could well be a run. I don't know, but it just seems quite interesting that on a game that you think would be there'd be a lot of running, that there was a really long score touchdown, but maybe that was the Blitz playing their normal. What the Blitz tend to do is just try different plays out. You know, long run, short run, wide, pass deep, pass shallow, and they do it to both sides of the field. And they just sort of figure out where they think that weaknesses are, and then they just attack them. They're very methodical in how they play call. So it may just be that on the first time they tried deep right pass, that it just worked, you know, because everyone was expecting runs and the safeties were squeezing down. Who knows? Oz was back and he's gone now. I wanted to tell him how many score updates we've had. But anyway, so we've got a couple more scores coming in. So Darren, again, thank you, Darren. He's told us that the Cards are beating the Cats 2-0 with a safety. So that's the second game. I think the second game. It's certainly another game that we've got with, I suppose, a surprise opening or early scoreline. I mean, it's only a safety. Safeties don't really, don't really define games, especially early on. But nonetheless, the Cats, the 7-0 Cats, find themselves 2-0 down to the Ipswich Cardinals early on. So thank you, Darren. Mikey has popped up and now said that it's the season the Alphas have gone into quarter 2 and it's still 0-0 there. So, and I wonder if that's another one that's sort of going to be impacted by weather, because you know if it's absolutely hammering down and you've got boggy pitch, you're forced into a run game. If the defense know you're going to be running, you know, they tighten up. It's easier. It's so much easier to defend when you know what the opposition are going to do or what the tendencies are. So you're looking at, you know, harder. It's harder yards for the offense, and typically, you know, it takes a lot longer to score a touchdown. So what it may be is that, you know, these defenses get ground down and eventually give up scores later on in the game. But we'll see. Hey Oz,
hello.
let me just move the banner.
Jesus, looking at this.
Yeah, it's a banner that I put in for when you're solo, because otherwise it takes up the whole screen.
Not talking about that. Looking at the comments, all the updates.
Oh mate, there's so many scores, and I've updated Facebook, but I've not updated the banners.
Okay, well I'm going to back out then, and I'm going to jump onto Facebook, and I'll do the banners.
Top man. Bye Oz. Let me just put my barrier on, or my border on. So I think that'll be quite interesting to see, and it's just a prediction based on, you know, my years of experience in the game. But yeah, if the weather and the pitches are bad, you might get some more predictable play, and then it could just come down to sort of athleticism or fluke plays, right? Like something out of the ordinary, and that may be the case with the Blitz going 6-0 up. You know, something that is unexpected. Let's have another look and see if we've got some other score updates to bring you. So the Warriors again. Let's have a look at the Warriors. I love how the Warriors update everything. So they're running the ball. There's just a lot of in this game. It just seems that every time I see a clip, and obviously I'm only seeing the clips that they put up, right? But it just seems like there's a lot of like clustered play, like a lot of group, like a lot of bodies around the ball all the time. But again, I've not. I suppose the trend that would buck that would be the touchdown that the Blitz scored. Some good tackling from the cornerbacks there from the Blitz. Ball pops out, and it goes in and out of the hands of someone on the Blitz on the floor. Someone from the from the.
This works better if you share your screen so people can see what you see.
No, I'm telling them what's going on. Do you reckon I should share my screen? I don't think it's that clear. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'll share my screen for these. Oz is such a bitch, isn't he? Right, we've got some more score updates. Liam, the Northants Knights score was 0-0, the last score we had, I think. No. Oz?
13-0.
13-0, sorry. So they're beating the South Links Lightning 13-0, Liam. We've also got the Sabres. What's EE? East Essex Sabres. They win 37-0.
It's a phone brand with Kevin Bacon that provides advertisements.
Oh, shut up, man. Is this what you're going to do all the fucking time? Like some some terrible like wedding disco DJ that tries to interrupt all of the songs and make it sound like he's having a conversation with the person singing it. Is that what I've got to tolerate today? Hold on, let me put my overlay on. Anyway, James, thank you for the update. It's 37-9 full time to Sabres over the Sussex Thunderbolts. So good score update there. Good result for the Sabres. Wembley pull one back with a TD. Thanks, Russ, for the update. Don't know if the Pat's pending or not, but latest score update we've got from that game is Wembley 6, the Hertfordshire Cheetahs 7. And then Thomas Noon, cheers Thomas, has updated us. Rams versus Donny 8-0, assuming that's the Rams with 8, based on the order that they're put in there. So it looks like the Rams are leading Doncaster 8-0, and that sort of makes sense, I think, as a scoreline anyway. So that gives us something to do. I'm going to do my screen share and then show you the footage. I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm only doing it because I was moaned about it. But I want to show you the Warriors game. So you'll have to tell me if this doesn't work that well. But the Blitz are now 12-0 up. So this play, this is the one where the fumble happens, right? So the running back there drops it, ball on the floor, he scrambles, this guy dives on it, it comes out again, and it looks like the Blitz get it, right? And then it then says last play was a turnover, Blitz TD. So I think this is a touchdown play because it's saying last play was a turnover. So let's see. So ball in the air now, thrown deep, guys wide open in the end zone. Let's go back to that. So this is their first down. 25-yard pass, roughly. God. So the Warriors doing themselves no favours, turnovers, one turnover on down, and you can't argue with that, like in terms of where the field position was. I don't think that's a bad call, not taking a special teams play to end that series. But then a turnover, just ball gets coughed up. Both of those drives end up with the Blitz scoring. So the Blitz have had the ball twice and scored 2 touchdowns. So really exciting stuff. But both times they don't get their PAT. So it looks like they went for 2 again. Yeah, went for 2. And then we've got. I've already said that score update. I'm going to stop sharing my screen because these are just going to go through everything. But yeah, hopefully that was as good for you as it was for me in terms of being able to view and see what I'm doing. Let me know in the comments if it was bad. Update on the Spartans, still no ref. I wonder. Someone's got to have a look at the rule-ins here. What happens to the result? Does one get written down? And how long before the refs don't turn up? Like how long has the refs got to turn up before they abandon the game? Or maybe it's an abandoned game. That's probably the result. And also, do BAFRA have to pay everyone for the losses? Travel, booking the field, all that stuff. The stuff I'm really interested in. Scott said he's going to have an update shortly. So we'll see what's going on there. It'd be really good to see, obviously we want the game to go ahead, but it'd be good to see sort of how that concludes. Hopefully the refs can get there soon and everything's going to be okay and the day will be saved and football is the winner. Have we got any other scores coming in? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I've got some new messages on Twitter. Let's have a little look there. Anything new? What's going on? Oh, right, go on. Sorry, they weren't showing.
Just got a breakdown of how the Rams touchdown did happen. So the Mustangs are forced to punt after a good drive, and on the Rams' first play, Rio Irvine takes the ball 75 yards to the house. Tyler Broad catches the ball for the PAT. Rams lead 8-0.
Nice.
So the house is it.
And then the latest update from them is the Mustangs are forced to punt again. So the Rams are just taking over.
I'm nearly done. So I'll be back in a sec. I'm nearly done.
Yeah, all right, bro. No worries. We're all good. Right, I'm gonna go.
Also, it looked way better with you sharing the screen, so people could see what you were watching. That was
did it though? Was it possible to see
it? Yeah. Looked good. So
I don't know. This could just be your Aussie opinion.
It could be,
And
but
no one cares.
should I just write an article then and put it up if it's just going to be all opinion based?
No, because we don't do that. No, we don't do that. It's against our rules. Ah, Darren, you've ruined my fucking updates. But thank you. So let's have a look. Let's have a look on. They must have posted about it on Instagram. But Darren's just confirmed the Warriors have pulled one back. It's now Exiles. The Warriors aren't playing the Exiles. They're playing the Blitz. So I assume that's the game you're talking about. Because the Exiles are playing the O's. And we've got a special guest. A very special guest. A very tired, very special guest. Hey!
Hello, love.
How you doing, mate?
As the name goes.
You look so tired.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm on the last night shift of 6 tonight, and then that's it. I'm off for a day, which is lovely.
You're dead to me. You are dead to me.
Sorry, mate. I genuinely thought, and I normally check in the week, don't I? Like, who's coming in? I thought you had every intention. I didn't realise you weren't coming in. So
I said I'm gonna have a week off, and then we'll do the big grand finale next week, and I'll smash 4 because I finish on the Sunday morning after nights, but I can just womp a load of Red Bull next week and just go. I'll be fine because if I want the load of Red Bull, I get to 2:00 in the morning tonight, but it's faded. But yeah, so here we are. Hi.
Good to see your smiling face. Where are you?
I'm in the living room. Mrs. Island has taken over the back room. She's taken over the office because she's like, "Well, you're not going in there, are you?" I was like, "No." I said, "Give us the little holdy the ring light thingy because I'm just gonna jump on and say hi to Steve." And she's like, "You're a chump." I was like, "I know."
No, you're not a chump. You're not a chump.
So yeah. So what have I missed? I mean, we've got all of these. Obviously, Mike Allen's always got post-its of the games that's going on.
Yeah, we got score-wise. There's a couple of games that are surprising score lines. The London Warriors are losing to the London Blitz, and we think it's 12-6. I was just going to do an update and show people. The Blitz scored on both their opening drives. Oh,
come on, the Blitz!
Not
for any reason that
I just think it's interesting.
Different,
isn't it? Yeah. Kent Exiles, we don't have a score for. They're playing the London O's.
What's the story here? We're giving the refs till 3 p.m. Otherwise, we're heading to a control scrimmage. No official score.
No way. Okay, thanks, Scott, for the update. So this is the game between. Oz is going to have to tell me. Who is it?
It's the Spartans and the Sabres, I think.
Yes. No, Spartans and Mavericks.
Spartans and Mavericks.
All right. There you go.
So they've had no one turn up to ref their game.
At what point do you just say, right?
Well, at 3 p.m. apparently.
No, but would you not say we need a level 1 coach? Can you not ref it with level 1 coaches, one from each side, and then just duke it out in the middle for any arguments?
I've always said I don't want to play in those sort of games, but because I just think there's gonna be biases and stuff missed.
But it's
imagine playing in a game with 2 refs. There's normally 5. The stuff's going to get missed, and I don't know. But they're going controlled scrimmage, which is essentially 2 refs.
I was going to say this smells very similar, but it's kind of one of those things of if it means that you get a proper game, you just think stuff it. We'll have 2 refs, we'll blag it, and then at least we can sort of at the end of it say, hey, we had what resembled a bit of a game rather than, hey, we had one of those control scrimmage waste of time things.
Yeah. Well, I was saying just when you came on, what happens to so if BAFRA haven't supplied refs, and the game is abandoned, are BAFRA liable to pay all the costs for everyone, travel, all that stuff?
Well, is there an explanation on why no refs have turned up? Or they just not been asked?
It could. Well, again, lost. Is that anyone's fault apart from Bafra's? Like, it'd be just quite interesting to see what the outcome is for it. What's worse is both teams were contacted in the week asking us if the game is going ahead to be played. Mavs prepaid too. So this is an interesting one. I knew about this. Baffa contacted all the teams in the week to say, "Are you going to play this week?"
Yeah.
Because there's so many teams pulling out of stuff, and they weren't sure who was playing their game. So they were like, "Well, do you intend to play, or have you already pulled out?"
You know for a fact, for an absolute fact, Bafra have contacted Bafra, and then there's someone just that hasn't clicked open in the email. So they wake up at like 12 o'clock this afternoon and go, oh, fuck, we need to be somewhere. Hang on.
It's too late.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
but
the North Ants Knights have been in 19-0 against the South Links Lightning. That's just been steady scoring from there. We don't have... Oh, we do have some scores in that I haven't seen yet. Wembley Stallions and the Cheetahs was 6-7. That's quite a good game. Thrashers are beating the Bobcats 20-6.
Ooh.
I don't know if I've got the latest scores in front of me. The Darlington team, the last update that we had was they were winning 24-0 over the DC Presidents.
Fair enough.
And that was like an early score.
Do you know what?
Have got on the board.
all the DC Presidents need to do is just bring back Jeff Rutter. He'll salvage everything.
Yeah.
Sorry. So apparently I've woken up rather flippant. So I do apologise. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you want to give us an update on your event stuff? What's coming up? What's next? What's the latest? The beautiful people of Britball. How's going on?
Yeah, so it's been interesting. I'll do my best to remain as positive and as I can. So the Schneider Cup it's been odd. So what we've done is, because basically in an entire year, an awful lot of people have kind of gone, I'm a bit busy now. So we've gone from loads and loads and loads of people down to, I think we've got 80. But if people still want to play, like I say, give me a shout, give me a contact, and it'd be a tenner. Grab a blue or a white shirt, and we'll have a bit of a laugh with it. We'll have bits of fun with it. There are spaces, but it's still going ahead. So that, and we've got 16 flag teams coming down. They'll be filling up the Brooklyn Bowl, so that'll be massive still.
So that one's still looking solid, is it?
Like, it's well solid. The flag,
you haven't had flakies there.
No flakies, no flaky flags. They've remained keen. They're as upbeat. I think a lot of them have come off the back of the Cornwall thing, the Watergate Bay, and they've gone, this kid can put an event on. I'm like, yeah, obviously.
Well, and you know what? Hopefully, from our perspective, probably my personal perspective as well, is hopefully that keeps going for you, and you get that momentum and that reputation, and people, buy into stuff more, and the Schneider one, which was like originally 4 teams, mini tournament, big thing, which had the same level of excitement probably as the Brooklyn Bowl does now.
Oh yeah.
It got stitched up by COVID, right? Like,
it was
the date got moved, and
yeah.
But I think should you run another? Well, you've also got another one coming up, which is the Canadian rules one,
the
right?
Slate. Yeah, that's the thing with the Schneider. It's been the perfect storm of COVID knackered us last year, and then people have got games on the Saturday or the Sunday. Then the NFL, you're just like, wow, okay. But we'll still have a grand old time with it. Then, the Canadian, 6th of November. That's still hot. That's still keen. And everyone that's involved in that is still like, obviously we're going to have a grand old day with that. Yeah. But, I mean, you'll know all about our two little prizes that are going to be going on. You've got the prize for the most swaggiest player. And the other prize for the best celebration, whatever that celebration may be, whether it's it's a TD or a sack or a tackle or something. We'll decide at the end of the game who has put it on.
I know the answer. Obviously.
Big cash prize. They just get 50 quid hard cash. Nice. No messing around. No sort of like, it'll be bits and pieces. You might get the old classic £10 book voucher. Do you Smith?
Should we make it £50 book voucher.
Oh, can we make it the Scholastic Book Club ones? You know, we used to get the little. Did you guys get the little catalogue? And you would take that to school.
The Red House, I think it was, or something like that. You get Spot the Dog. But we could do that, or we could just go
for a long day.
Cold hard cash.
Oh, is this Donny against the Rams 24-0 down?
Oh,
Jesus.
Down.
Hashtag pray for Donny.
Oh dear.
Pray for Donny.
Pray for Donny. But yeah, so that should be a grand old day. And with hopefully people will go, actually, this is something we want to jump on, and then we'll do it again next year when we've got a clear run at it, and we already know that the Cornwall one's going to be bigger. And hopefully the Schmider one will be bigger, but won't have everything as a mess. And then we're off to Dublin.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on, I just saw an update. The Bulls, Oz, let you know, Oz, the Bulls are 13-0 up against the Leicester Falcons.
Wait,
what is happening there?
13 or 13?
13, 1-3.
Okay.
What was the game? Oz, come back a sec, because the game actually started 0-0.
0-0.
Yeah.
0-0. It started 0-0.
0-0.
Yeah, good.
0-0.
So it started at a correct scoreline then.
Yeah, it started 0-0.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-yard TD pass. Fair. Bold.
0-0.
0-0.
So that's a throwback to obviously where I come from. We have games, and it's not just one team plays another team. It's one team plays another team, plays another team, plays another team. So when you kick off, everybody's on nil. Everybody's on nil.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Naughtal. Naughtal is a new one.
No, it's nil. It's 0-0 or 0-0.
It's like in the New Zealand rugby. It's played on an octagon field, and there's try lines everywhere, and they knock snot out of everyone. If you put the ball down anywhere that isn't yours, you score, hooray! And then you go from 0-0 to 7-0. There you go.
Right, that's quality. Let's play that.
Oh, don't do that, because I will. I'll figure something out.
I'm cool with that. Find some polo field somewhere. I've got polo fields near me. I live near Ascot. There's loads of them.
There you go. We could, we'll do Schmider 2022, and we'll do all 4 teams at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll do multi-ball. I don't care. Yeah. But so Dublin.
Tell us about this game that you're talking about in Dublin, because obviously I know I know everything about this because me and you speak mostly daily. But
so right,
our beautiful viewers don't.
Well, hello viewers. If you didn't see me last week, here I am, and I'll be back again next week. Hopefully, a bit more refreshed. So kind of. I
just wanted to say Nottingham. I'm just going to cut in. Nottingham has picked this up. Nottingham's got another turnover. They're starting on the 12 of Scunthorpe. 0-0.
0-0.
That's what they've said. They've said 0-0.
Oh, they've said it.
Yeah, on this week. Nottingham Caesars. They've said it's
0-0. Come on,
I've started a movement.
They've done the old twerking Bob's Burgers girl, whatever her name is.
I love it.
I've started the 0-0 movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna share this on screen so you can just see it, because this is hilarious. Oh, hold on. So they put another turnover, starting now on the 12, 0-0.
0-0. Good on you.
Yeah. So this is.
Have we got confirmation that So Darren obviously told us this. Have we got confirmation that's the Warriors versus the Blitz? Is that 12?
No? I was going to have a look at the Facebook stories to follow it through. Then Mikey came on. So once Mikey's done, then we'll jump back to it and see what the score is.
You can talk around.
No.
I've got no place to be.
Yeah, and those scores aren't going to change.
There's going to remain.
The scores will change,
forever.
But the fact that they scored will remain the same, and we'll just update.
But yeah, anyway, so let's see Seahawks to the Pedalos. Yes, Mikey, come on. But yeah, so we're kind of. I mean, someone said it was kind of entirely Britball, but it kind of, it's a load of boys and girls from the UK, Ireland, a couple from America, have decided, you know what? We're going to make a team and we're going to travel around a bit and represent the mighty Principality of Sealand, which is an gun battery, 7 mile. There we go, holding the fort. Principality. So in the 60s, the fella comes on and says, no one's using this ex-World War II gun battery. I'll take this. And they did. And they passed it down the lines from Paddy Roy Bates to Michael Bates to now his son, Liam. And I think Liam's got another brother and a sister, but he's the only one that I've been messaging. And yeah, it's so we said, do you want a team? And they're like, yeah, okay.
Can we get Scott a link?
Yeah, can you get it off the bottom? Yeah. Invite link and then send it to him.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that now.
So
there you go.
So you've created this team. So I'm you're gonna have to forgive me because I know all of this.
We know it, but it's hard to kind of.
But I need to I need to play presenter here, right?
Yeah.
So you've created this team.
Yeah.
Of multiple nations.
Yeah.
That are going to travel around. Where are they going to travel?
Well, firstly, number one, we're going to go to Dublin on the, where are we? 19th of February? Yes.
19th, yeah.
19th. And then we're going to go to Montpellier in France in September. And then I've been told off because I'm apparently organising too many things. We will be having a home game somewhere in the London, Essex area around there with a guest appearance from Prince Michael. So that'll probably be, there he is, Mikey Moo. So, but yeah, so we'll be doing that. The thing is as I said on this last week, it's a bit of a laugh. It's not, it's not a big high-powered thing. We're taking ourselves like super serious. We're going to be, we've got to turn up for training 4 times a year and all that sort of stuff. We're going to have a bit of a laugh. Because I'm a knight. I believe you, Grace. You're a duke.
Not yet.
Has it not come through? Well, our offensive coordinator is now Lady Rebecca Tucker. Hers came through. I think he's gone to yours, and I don't know if yours is going to get like gold plated or something.
I'm hoping so. Yeah, in my mind, he's making a little statue of me and stuff.
He's just like, give it out to you, and you're like,
yeah, and it's going to be like he's going to make a statue on the actual Principality of Sealand. Send me pictures of it with a plaque. Want me to go there and smash it with a bottle to christen it and all that. Like so.
Potentially, but that's the thing.
That's where my mind goes.
Why not? Why not? But that's the thing is before people think, because I know through doing little bits and pieces on Faceache that there are people that are kind of really into it, and are like, they've done their titles on Facebook as Baron John Smith, and they go on and go, yes, it's all very serious. We're not like that. We're just a load of folk that thought we'll represent something that seems like a worthwhile cause in this oddball principality. But when the Navy turned up, said, "Hey, can you leave?" They reached over with guns and shot at the boat. They're like, "Boom, no!" And they're like, "All right, stuff you then." And they went, "Yeah, you better go." And the British government are just like, "Yeah, we don't care. Just leave you to it. You do whatever you want, you crazy kids." So they have a national football team with comedian Ralph Little. He plays for them, and they've got a national American football team now, headed up by us guys. Hi.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So there you go.
Oh, so we've got some more. Oz is whacking some stuff on screen here. We got Nottingham Caesars. God, I forgot who they were then.
They are the
7-0
Caesars.
up against the Alphas.
So no longer 0-0.
Yeah, so they actually posted that.
Yeah, good God, I love that.
And like that, 0-0 is dead.
We've got Scott. We've got Scott from.
Cool. Yeah, let's get Scott on.
Spartans.
Right.
He's from the Spartans, not the Sabres.
That's all right. We knew who he was.
Afternoon, gents.
Hey, Scott.
How are you?
Bit disappointed, to be honest. Yeah. So this is just purely information that we've just been given. We've had a phone call from Roger Goodgroves, who has told us that Bafra contacted the league to say they could not supply referees this week, and there's been no communications from the league about the game. So you were right earlier, Stephen. You said about the email going out. We had the email too. As it went to every team, both us and the Mavericks replied. It appears that the Mavericks prepaid as well. So we're going to head to a controlled scrimmage for player safety. But there'll be no official game today.
Yeah, a massive shame for you guys. But thanks for coming on, Scott, and letting us know. Hopefully, there's coverage financially for the losses and everything. But it's regardless of all of that, like it's just a massive letdown, isn't it? Like anticlimactical for everyone, and But hopefully you make the most of it, and there's no injuries, and you can actually get something out of the game, but something out of the day. But this is really disappointing for you guys.
It's the same that if had we not, to be fair, we still wouldn't know. Had we not contacted and left that voicemail, there's been zero communication for either team. So we're really unsure what's going on.
I'm going to throw. I'll throw a quid into the mix here for the charity thing, but I'm awful sorry on behalf of a member of BAFA. The BAFA communications have once again let people down. All they needed was a quick, just a heads up. You ain't got refs, and it would have saved an awful lot. So
it's an absolute joke that they've turned around and they've gone, right, we need to make sure you're going to be playing this week, and they've chased you for both of your teams, and then someone's come to them and gone, we can't support this, and they've just gone,
But then, if I remember rightly, last week there was a similar occurrence where a team contacted us and said, "Oh, with a day left, the other I won't name teams, but with a day left, the other team's pulled out." We posted about it saying this team's pulled out, and then people from that team said, "No, we've pulled out, but we pulled out 2 days ago. We've told BAFA, and BAFA didn't pass that message on to the other team." So it wasn't, and it wasn't until there was a chance conversation between some coaches from both sides that they realised that the other team were like, no, we're not playing against you tomorrow or whatever. So this is the second time in 2 weeks that there's been quite important communications from BAFA's part not carried out, and it's resulted in games not going ahead. I don't. Do you know what I don't understand, Scott? Why don't BAFA have like a hotline on a game day that everyone is available?
That was the thing. We've been chasing around for the last half hour of communication. Like we just literally called 2-3 people to be like, "Can you get back to us? Are you the right person?" Like we had to trawl through the website to find a contact, but there's no one for that kind of game day emergency. Which
you think there'd just be someone sat there by the phone for a few hours, just sort of waiting, making sure everything goes ahead, but there's not, is there? It's just
no.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, thanks for coming on, Scott, and good luck with your controlled scrimmage, mate, and hopefully you get a proper conclusion to this as well. But we appreciate you coming on and give us another.
No worries at all. Cheers, James.
I just want to say also thanks for all the updates that you've been giving us through the season as well. Yeah. I've noticed that we've always been getting stuff for the Spartans game, so we really appreciate that.
Well, I've got to do something when I'm coaching and not playing on the sideline. So.
No, mate, we love it. We love it. We really appreciate it.
Cheers, what you guys do.
Thank you,
mate. Take care.
Yeah. Oh, Oz is big. Hi, Oz. But it's just, I know it's a quid in the jar and all that, and I'm not sure on the. I know the phrase. I'm not sure if we, how kind of PC it is, but it's too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. There obviously always seems to be the paying. Someone up high, they're paying another ops manager, they're paying, everyone's got a fabulous little title, but there doesn't seem to be one guy with a phone
doing the work.
And that's, we're going back way to maybe start of this season or the beginning of the middle of last one, is if they just had like little lieutenants around the regions that had a phone, and they knew who to go to, and you had like a direct contact. You say, right, I'm in, say, the Red Rose division. My direct contact is Steve. And you just sit there and from about 12 o'clock till 5 o'clock on a Sunday, I've got to sit here with my phone and I'll go, what's happening? And it's a direct link to you. And then you say, right, I'm a filter between me and the top cheeses at BAFA. And I know I can say, actually, Roger, what's going on? Dave at BAFA, what's going on? And, it just make it easier.
Well, we had a post, and you wouldn't have seen it, but we had a post from Scott saying with 4 minutes to go to kickoff, we still have no refs and don't know not sure what's happening. We'll keep you updated. So this was something, and I said to Oz, I said, well, it's not like they probably wouldn't have tried calling around already. I'm sure, because it was a very small update, and I said to Oz, I'm sure they would know that the refs were on the way or whatever, and they probably just got caught up. Well, you can see from Scott there, obviously, yeah, they were calling around, but at that point, what his update was we don't know what's going on. Like, we don't, with 4 minutes till kickoff, no refs, but also no understanding of when the refs are coming. No. Because they hadn't got hold of anyone. Like, that's terrible. So up to 4 minutes before a kickoff, they would have done all their warm-ups, all their prep. Players are getting hyped. Couldn't have done card checks, but would have been prepped for them.
Yeah.
Everything. Like what are you doing 4 minutes before a kickoff as a player or a coach?
Oh, you are hyped
all of that.
Death.
All of that's building, right? And then you're like, there's no refs.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, just quick update here. So Sean Ward, thank you, Sean. Northants Knights are 19-0 up against South Lincolnshire Lightning, or South Links Lightning at half time. So cheers for that.
There you go.
But it's just I'm just really surprised. And like I said, that's 2 weeks in a row, and I know that they're slightly different, but they're both to do with fixtures and essentially Baffer getting information and then not passing it on to the relevant people at a club. And do you know what? It may be down to something silly, as though it's like they don't have an updated email contact or something like that. But why would it take until the second to last week of the season to figure this stuff out? They haven't figured it out. They've uncovered it. It's just I don't know. It feels like this year Baffer are making all sorts of mistakes all over the place. And I said it last week. I said I think, if you're looking to pay 20 odd grand out to an ops director or an ops manager that runs the sport, plus 60 odd grand, plus their their tax and their benefits and their expenses, you're looking at I don't know, let's say 150, 160k a year for those two people, right? All in as an employer. Why not divvy that up between three people, and you make the CEO's role a non-paid role, and then you've got three people that are, say, on 25, 30k a year, whatever, full time, 30k, let's say 30k, and they actually are fucking doing stuff. They actually are managing the social media, so the updates are regular, and they are making sure the website's up to date, and they are liaising with it feels like you said, too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. We've got the Chiefs are getting paid to do work, and then no one underneath them wants to do any work. So why not flip the model and say, right, well, we'll pay you for doing the work, and the person that is overall in charge won't get paid, and they'll be one of the last people to get paid as we can afford it. It just feels that they've gone arse about tit with it, and they're now paying for it, suffering the consequences of it. Yeah. We both know that nothing is going to change that. It's not like Baffer are going to hear this and listen to me and put anything in place. But that feels to me like if I was the chair of Baffer, that would be the solution that I'd put in place. That's the fix.
Well, you never know.
That's how you guarantee stuff gets done.
You never know. Maybe, just maybe, boys and girls, they've been listening to this all along, and they've gone, you know what, guys, next year, 2022, we are going to be so slick. We're going to be badass. And if you want an update, the good folk of British American Football Association, me, Steve, and Oz are available for the price of a bucket of chicken for an evening. And we will sit you down and just go, here's how you do it. Communicate. Give people what they want.
I'm not gonna provide solutions. I will tell them where they fucked up, but I'm not gonna tell them how to fix it because they should know.
And then, but 2022, you never know. It might be super slick, and everyone knows what's happening, and they may have people in place that will give people proper information and processes.
And, it's very difficult for them, right? And I get that. Really tough, rolling with punches and stuff. I still don't think they make good decisions. I've been very vocal about that, but this was also the first year of this first league that this new structure of Baffer have run, right? So then Pete hasn't experienced running an adult league. He in British American football. Last year was a bust, and he had to do all the COVID updates. This year was the first year and I think that they would have learnt from it, and you hope, like you just said, they will put corrective measures in place to stop it from happening again. And obviously, I'm not talking about to stop coronavirus happening again, but just to stop, like, you know, some of the, and a lot of the things they try to address with these 10 extra fixtures that they're doing. So they said no associate teams. They said anyone can travel anywhere. They said you've got to play Prem versus Prem, Div 1 versus Div 1. So it's like they've learnt this stuff, but there was a vocal minority of us that was saying at the beginning of the season, that shit's not going to work, mate. People are going to fucking, especially because you said there's no penalties for backing out. Everyone's going to back out, you know. So like, hopefully they've learnt it, and obviously with league structures that can't happen anyway, in terms of like cross divisional games. So yeah, I think by default next season has to be better, right? It's just stuff like this, like getting towards the end of the season and Scott contacting us saying this game was
we got no refs
and we got no refs. You know, it's ruined the game. That's another fixture that's not going to be played.
Yeah.
You know, so just like I said, I'm very critical of BAF, and I always will be, because I want to hold up, maintain. I want them to maintain high standards, and it seems to be that no one there is holding themselves to high standards. Like, they're just a closed shop. You know, and that's the problem. That's probably the biggest issue, right? Anyway, let's have a look at some updates. We had the Cats. So let's start with the Cats one. Oh yeah, well he's put it up here now. Cats 15-2 against the Cardinals at half time. The Knots are 7-0. Nottingham Caesars are 7-0 up against
Alphas.
The Alphas at half time. The Wembley Stallions are leading 14-0 against the Hertfordshire Cheetahs at half time.
Nice.
That was a one. I think both Oz and I both predicted Wembley, I think. So we'll see that one. But so that's where we are. I do want to go and get the latest from the Instagram post shortly, because we'll probably have a couple more. But anyway, I
was going to say Blitz Warriors. Are we still? Blitz still winning?
I'll pull it up in a sec. Actually, do you want to do it now? And you can
throw it up.
Me. We can.
It's all right.
We can do live reactions. Right, hold on.
As long as I can get the dishes and the hoovering done, you know, Mrs. Adam won't kick me ass before I go back into work.
We'll keep you for a couple of minutes, and then we can let you go, mate. Right. So let's just get that up. So this is the ensuing kickoff from from the Warriors being 14 or 2 scores down. I think it's 12-0 down they were at this point. So pick it up around the 10-yard line. Doesn't look like he's going to go anywhere. Nice block there from 14.
Nice.
So gets the ball, it's about 25.
Yep.
Again, do you know what? It's been all across along the ground for the Warriors. Massive ground game for them. And the blitz obviously been scoring through the air. So yeah, look, I haven't seen the Warriors pass the ball once, apart from then.
There you go.
And that wasn't necessarily the greatest pass. But they're look at it, moving the ball so well. You know, this drive is just constant gains. Blitz get a sack, 3rd down and long coming up. Okay, so this is a 3rd and long play. Pass, caught, touchdown. So that's their touchdown, 12-6. So we've got one more update after this. Extra point is good. It's 12-7. Oh, so the scores, they haven't updated since then. That was 34 minutes. No, surely they have. Let me just refresh the screen. No, they haven't.
Finster.
Hold on.
Leicester Falcons.
Yeah, they have. Look at all these updates.
Oh, here we go.
We're going to be here ages, Oz. Mikey.
It's all right, love.
Hold on. Let me just pause this. So, Leicester are now 13-all against the Birmingham Bulls at half time. So, it's essentially, it's 0-0 in that game now.
It's 0-0.
Or 0-0. It depends how you look at it. But yeah, it's still 0-0. If you,
I just realised
you could run with 0-all if you wanted.
I don't know how 0-all.
Or all not.
All not. Yeah.
So we've got 3rd and long coming up in the play. This is the blitz with the ball. It looks like they're throwing a screen out here. Let's have a little look. Yeah, they are, to the running back. Gets nice little. That's a cornerback tackle. QB hits the turf on 4th down, so they go for it. But there's no way that's right, because then they punted, so that must have been 3rd down. Drop the ball. Keeps hold of it. Dusts it off. Outruns 3 players, and then ends up getting taken out at the sideline. The Warriors are they're just running the ball hard today, aren't they?
Just bang it, yeah.
But
They
the
have
one
got
TD
some.
has come from a pass. So all three T's have been
They've got
through
some
the air.
monster running backs, though. The Warriors.
Oh yeah. So this is second quarter now because they're going the other way.
Ah. Talk us through it because I'm not going to lie. I'm focusing in on my phone and the screen is like this big.
Yeah, see, I said to Oz that this would be hard. So screen left for the Warriors, tackled immediately.
It's hard if you're watching on a mobile. It's not hard if you're watching.
Most people watch it on a mobile.
Well, I'm only on my mobile because
they're running the ball out the middle.
In the office.
QB. Oh no, is that the QB?
Whoever it is, he's scampering.
No, they're not putting updates, so you can't tell. Two lead blockers here for a screen. Cornerback does awesome there to get hold of that person.
That last hit. I can't see much, but I saw the guy go through him.
The Blitz have the ball now. Second down, they're running. I gather they're running it. Third down, ball through the air. Looks like he's caught for a first, so they move the sticks. First down, run to the right, nice and wide. Taken down by the safety in the corner. Another pass to the right side. Yeah, they flipped the ball. Oh no, it looked like the ball was pulled out, but the play was called dead. Punt. Warriors have the ball on like their own 5. It looks like QB here scrambling.
Oh, there you go.
It sort of died. It felt like it was really high powered. Ball through the air here. No, nothing. Punt.
Is a thing happening? No, it's not.
No, I get well excited. So it looks like the O's will take over roughly on the halfway line. First down completion.
Stevie, have you mentioned your hairdo yet? Has anyone commented on the fact that you've bicked your head?
Well, so it looks the same as it did last week for those that saw it. So I don't think it's a big deal for anyone.
But you did it. You did it.
I think it needed to be done before the stream though, so it looked real clean.
It did at one point. It looks roughly the same as it did last week. So the reason I couldn't do it just before the stream, I had to do it as soon as possible, was because my boss was off last week, and I didn't want him to seem like I wanted to be some sort of hair there.
Your misshapen nut.
And my missus was alright with it. But,
I didn't say missus. I said misshapen.
Oh, yeah,
your swed, your dome.
Very round. But so what?
But you did it. But you did.
Yeah, so someone paid 20 quid. It just wasn't enough. But 20 quid, it just felt like,
For 40 quid, he'll shave his balls.
It was you, wasn't it? It was you that fucking did it.
I know it was me.
Do you want to tell people what? Because they probably don't know. Well,
know. So Stevie decided he'd shave his hair, so he got the old buzzer out and did it. And I said, if anyone chucks 20 quid in the Amelie fund, he'll bick it, so it looked like like a cold chicken. And he did it. He sent me the photo, and God bless him, he did. He took the 20 quid like a champ and took the bick out and went all the way naked. And it's now only just growing back a little bit, but I think he's got used to it.
That was also the starring moment of the best/worst moment in Gameday Live history.
I was going to share that. I was going to share it on Gridiron Hub, but I thought, no, there's no context to it. I'd have to.
It's just me making fun of your dead daughter. So there's no context whatsoever.
Well, you didn't actually make fun of her. There's a big difference.
No, The situation. Yeah.
So how are those Swindon Storm and Aztecs getting on? That sounds great.
We've heard nothing. That's the thing.
Nothing.
Is
it still not all?
Still not all. All of the noughts. All of the nothing happening.
Because it's making me look. There we go.
You could probably just condense it together and call it normal.
No.
People wouldn't understand it.
I love that. That was the line. No.
I don't think they understand it now, to be honest, Steve. Like,
what, nil-nil?
Yeah.
I get nil-nil, all of that.
Nothing.
I'm going to go back. I want to finish off the Warriors. They've got 4 more clips to show. So
4 more calypsos. Let's go.
I don't think there's going to be another score in it, but let's see.
Let's do it.
So this is the.
So is that 12? That's 12-6, right? I'm right in thinking that.
With the ball, yeah, 12-6 or 12-7. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I'll tell you the next time the score comes up. Just put 12-6.
Oh, he's gone.
That looks like an interception.
Could be.
Yeah.
I can see the green bit.
Warriors
I
with
can
the
see
ball.
some people running around, and I can see the sky.
Run. Yeah, I said I'm not going to show these anymore. I'll just talk through them.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, this is the Cats update. Touchdown. We knew that. 6-2, 7-2. Cool. Anyway, let me take that off.
So yeah,
I think that's everything, isn't it, Mikey?
Yeah, I think that's kind of your lot. I mean,
thank you for coming on.
That's all right, love. It's it makes it a little bit easier for you to, rather than trying to sit here and go,
Oh, mate, it's awful.
Scores.
I hate being by myself.
Oh,
but
sorry, love.
You just got to just keep talking.
Yeah.
And trying to look for stuff and tell people what you're doing, and yeah, but it's all good now that Oz is back with popping stuff in the comments and stuff. It helps. Colchester Gladiators return the kickoff at the start of the second half for a TD. PAT is good, and I assume I think that's a one PAT. So that what's the scoreline there now, Oz? Do we know?
Loads.
20-0 to the Glads. Sorry, I should have put that in there. My bad.
Oh, 20-0 to the Glads.
Yeah.
Over the
2-0 to 0.
2-0 to 0. All of the noughts, loads of noughts. But yeah.
So yeah, they're playing Ouse Valley, right?
Ush Valley.
Yes. It's more like Oof Valley. Oof.
I know, they're just.
Oof.
I don't know. I thought there'd be a team to fold soon, the Ouse Valley Eagles. But they seem to have a decent spirit there. Like Ted plays for them, and one of our friends coaches for them. They seem to be quite solid.
And they've got Coops. And Coops is just still there running around, playing wherever they want him to, because he's just a happy little scamp.
Yeah, they're not getting the results, but they're actually quite a tight club, which is good.
Yeah, it's nice. And we all had the reminders for when we went out to Iceland and all played in the Ouse Valley Eagles. Well, Exiles, Tops, and we're like, it was nice. It was a nice moment. We bonded. And so there you go. So I've always got a little fondness for Ouse Valley, even if they are crap.
Yeah, well, it was two teams that combined, wasn't it? The Blue Raiders and the Pathfinders.
Yeah.
And a bit of the Peterborough Saxons, if I remember.
Yeah, because they folded, didn't they? So they all
of
kind
them
of
around
came
the
together.
same time. They all sort of
It was like a Megazord.
A super shit team.
Well, they were good for a while. They were all right.
They were very good. They were very good. Yeah, I'm joking.
When they had the American Air Force base not so far away. Bread.
We have a bread sighting.
There he is.
We don't have enough bread on this show, but there he is. 44-0 to the Wolverines.
Yes.
Super.
So they're running clock already. Lee must be pleased with that because it's not. They're not trending.
80?
They're trending towards a lower score than their last game.
Because it's not 80.
Yeah.
They're loving it.
So yeah.
I think if I remember rightly, didn't the
Chester Romans?
Romans, yeah, didn't the Romans have 67 or something on them by this point last?
I think it was over 50. I can't remember what it was though, mate.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I think it was in the 60s.
We were then. That was when we decided to talk about is this going to be 100-pointer, wasn't it? It was like
and I said no.
And I was like, yeah, I got it.
I was like, no, because it'll be running clock now, and it wasn't.
It was. So what happened was it was a running clock, but they kept throwing the ball. Well, actually, this doesn't make sense because they said, we kept throwing the ball, which stopped the clock. But if it's a running clock, the clock doesn't stop. But I think what their point is they kept passing the ball. Sorry, they kept passing the ball because they didn't have any running backs. And therefore, the Chester defence just knew what was going to happen and were picking it off or, just shutting them down very quickly. So they were turning the ball over constantly. So
Terrible.
And they're obviously not able to stop on defence.
Darren said Pathfinders, Blue Raiders, and
Northants Nightmare.
I don't remember the Northants Nightmare being
no.
I didn't, because I remember the other two teams being around. I don't remember the Nightmare. But cool. Were the Nightmare a flag team, or was that an actual kitted team? I don't. 30-0 to the Rams anyway. Well, let us know, Darren. Thanks for the update, mate.
Yeah.
Mr. Noon, Mr. Midday himself is.
God bless you.
We're just going to call him Midday. So Midday has told us it's 30-0 to the Rams after a failed 2-point conversion following a punt return. So I assume that's a punt return kickoff. Punt return touchdown.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So punt return TD.
Tommy Midday. Loving your work.
Tommy Midday.
There you go.
Tommy Lunchtime. So are we taking a piss out?
Sounds like the worst criminal name in the world. Yeah. Like, sitting there, it's like
world shittest gangster.
Tommy Lunchtime.
Tommy Lunchtime.
Yeah. I've just been chucked in cell block F. You've got to watch out for the big dog, Tommy Lunchtime.
Doggy.
Oh, Tommy.
Tommy.
I'm dying, Steve. Give me a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gridiron Hub. Tommy Lunchtime.
So the Nightmare were a big guy running from a few weeks ago.
Hang on, we have to. There you go. Not sure they made it out of associate status.
This is the Northants Nightmare.
Yeah.
So they're an associate team. So this is prior to the North Ants Knights.
No ants. Well, there you go.
Ants.
North Ants.
No, North. It's an H.
Tommy Lunchtime.
All thanks. Tommy Lunchtime.
Why are we doing this to these people?
That's all right. Next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, should we? Do you know what?
I'm probably gonna
shit face next week
I
for
will
the
probably
last one.
destroy this.
Yeah.
Or at least a solid portion of this, and so that all of our jokes, you will have a laughing backing track as I lose my tiny mind.
We'll do a drunk cast. We're all hammered.
Just do it. Get involved. Write your.
No, because I'm like cancelable. Like you can almost cancel Gridiron Hub based on some of the shit that I say when I'm sober. Like
it doesn't matter.
If you get me drinking, we're just like they're gonna ban. Like we're getting removed.
Who's gonna ban us? Who's gonna ban us?
So
what? We've got loads more social media.
I'll call. I don't know. I'll call someone something that just you cannot say it it'll be classified as like hate speech or something. You know.
Well, the thing is it'll be like when you're in your classroom. You're back in primary school and you're trying to laugh, but you can't say the things that you want to say because the teacher will kick your ass. So it becomes more funny. So I think you should do that and get you don't have to get completely hammered, but you can get a little bit drunky.
It will just be atrocious.
All right. Steve, right off your Sunday evening. This is happening.
Yeah. So that 30-0 that Tommy Lunchtime mentioned was the Mustangs punt, but Tyler Broad takes it to the house. 2 PAT is no good.
Do you know what I would like to do at the end of this is it was 2008.
Yeah, 2008.
What I would like to do for are we saying next week's the last one?
Yeah.
Right. What I'd like to do is the likes of Tommy Lunchtime, Brad, everyone, all the little minute celebs. I'd like to get them on just as a sort of like a little cameo role, just to come on for a couple of minutes. So a little toast.
Drunk only.
Thanks for 2021. I know it's been a bit of a shitstorm, but thank you for being part of it. And we move
Gameday
on.
Live MVPs.
And that's it. We're just the Gameday Live celebs. And we give them a little nod, a little kind of
Craig.
2 minutes of fame. Craig can come on. I don't know if
Johnny.
he's got everybody. And we'll just have a few drinkies. So we'll say thanks for 2021. This is our end of season do. And by the end of it, no one will care what the scores is. We'll be half cut and it'll be fabulous.
We don't care what they are anyway, do we? Let's face it.
I was going to say, I was like, are we supposed to care now?
Tommy Lunchtime said to do it for a hat. Well,
that's a 2018 throwback.
You have to wait for these hats to come out, which I can't show you. There you go.
If anybody actually cared what was on the back of that, they just pause it. They just pause it as you read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no one cares.
Yeah, the green writing. But Tommy, I reckon.
You have to wait for the green logo to come out.
I reckon
that feels like a real 2018 request when you first started doing merch, and you like for like the first like month and a half, everybody wanted hats, and then after 3 months. You had all these fucking hats and no one wanted. You're like, I'm just giving them away.
Yeah, I bought. I was giving them all away anyway.
Even if you get close, you're like, even if you get close on Game of the Week, I don't care. I'll give you a hat.
Have you got?
I can send you a hat.
Have you got any old merch left? Any old Gridiron Hub merch left?
No, only stuff that's mine, like this hat.
Right, Tommy Lunchtime, if you come on, we will send you that hat.
No, we fucking won't. No, we won't. Shut up.
We'll send you that hat in the post to you.
It's a mess. Look.
Don't care. What other crap have you got that we can send out?
This is my only hat.
And we'll send it with. I think I'll probably.
Why is it me that's got to send it?
Because you're the fucking managing director.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm the CEO.
I'll
send you. I want to send Tommy Lunchtime a Lunchables kit.
We'll throw him some post-it notes. We'll throw him some of those. Signed post-it notes. I was trying to think what else I've got that we could throw into it, like a little kind of camp.
Northampton getting in on it. Cam Young hauls in a 46-yard touchdown. PAT is good. North Ants, Knights 34, Alphas 0.
2 to 1's a hat. Yeah, you can, look.
Yeah,
I spent over $2,000 on branded stuff, including hand sanitizer,
safe,
and mouse mats, hats, hoodies, caps, beanies, mugs.
We'll just send it out anyway. Stuff.
The only mug I can see is in the middle bottom. He's just right about.
Hey.
That's the only mug that I can see.
The mug, yeah. No, I got some mugs. I gave one to my dad yesterday, actually.
Happy Father's Day.
Some sports bags, some big sports bags, some smaller backpack. Like, we've got loads of stuff, right? So people asking, I don't have a 7XL. It's like a fucking flag.
It's a sleeping bag. It's a sleeping bag with armholes.
I'll get a sleeping bag, Pete. There's loads of stuff that I'll be giving out, and people can have stuff. But
for next week, it's whatever Steve can find around his office.
Yeah.
What you need to do is you need to make a Gridiron Hub stamp, and you just need to get the most random stupid shit and just.
There you go.
And then send it off.
Well, Gridiron Hub won't be around.
Exactly.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
Gridiron Hub won't be around. It won't exist.
So this is why this will be this is classic memorabilia.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So you're saying get a stamp. There's no point me forking out and buying a stamp for a brand that's not going to be around.
No, but that's what it's nostalgia.
Yeah,
do you remember?
It's foolish to spend my money on something that is going to be finer. Hey, we got an EKP school. Cheers, Darren. So just quickly, Darren, how many Darrens do you walk?
This will be funny next week.
As a Darren Walker.
This will be hilarious next week.
No. He is Darren. I want to know what her name is because it's Darren Walker. But in England,
let me see what I can find in my office.
Well, you can stamp with Jesus. There's a bald nut. So Steve has left us, and we have devolved into chaos.
Well, no, all he's going to look at for our VIPs, for our celebrities, we will at Gridiron Hub, Gameday Live, we will sort you out with some random crap because we love you.
We've got half asleep Mikey, and we've got Oz with SARS, and Steve decided to bugger off. Signed Lewis jersey.
Well,
no one's
who did you have to kill to get that?
Oh wow. Yeah, you see.
Whose feet are those?
They're not feet. These are shoes.
No, they're feet. They've been locked off at the ankles.
It's definitely not a foot.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I can see the foot in the shoe.
I thought you were going to find. I thought you were going to go and find random crap we could give out. as a giveaway. You know, he'd be devoed if we gave that stuff away.
Well, it's not mine. It's actually that's raffle item. That's Derek Henry signed shoe.
Right, there we go.
Boot.
So Derek Henry signed his feet and sent them to you.
Signed his feet, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got some other stuff over there, but it's like covered up. I've got like little mini helmets. But we'll be doing so. Just on that, I will be giving away a signed mini helmet on Hail Mary hits soon. We need to just sell the last 15 tickets of the latest raffle. Once they're gone and we've done the draw, so there's 8 items up for grabs. 4 of them will be picked. There'll be 4 left, and then one of those items I'm gonna give away in a free raffle. So we will be giving away a signed item soon, actually. But
included. So what we'll do is for anyone that comes on next week, we will the T-shirt that Steve's wearing. He'll give that away.
No, I got this the other day.
Yeah,
Steve, 2 days ago. I'm not
Steven's such a nice guy. He will literally give you the shirt off his back.
Yeah, no, one of his 20 screens. He will send that. If you come on next week, we will send you one of Steve's 100 screens.
Do you know what else I got? Look, I'll show my dad this. Remember? Did you see this game that was on? It was all over the internet where you got to like try and.
No.
You got to try and hook.
No.
You are shit.
No.
I'm holding it in my head, but yeah, you got to try and hook it on there. And when you hook it on there, what happens is.
Oh, you cheated.
Yeah, I'm just showing you like an example. And then you got this little thing, and then you move it towards your opponent. And then if you get it off the board towards your opponent, then they lose. They've got to do a shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you come on next week, Stevie will put that in the post to you.
No, I won't. This is
stamped Gridiron Hub.
Gridiron Hub stamped. Signed, obviously.
I don't know where this is all coming from because it's
coming from your office, mate. Is where it's all coming from.
We don't care. It's the big Gridiron Hub clear out.
Yeah,
everything
must go.
I can promise you a new hat when I'm late, but I think so. So the latest update from our web developers is that we're 9 weeks away from being able to launch the website.
Tommy Lunchtime.
Tommy Lunchtime with the 38-0. Who's Tommy Lunchtime?
Doncaster.
Doncaster. Okay. So that's the Rams beating them 38-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Tommy Lunchtime, do you want a new computer chair? Steve will send you his computer chair in the post.
The one he is sitting on. The one he is sitting on currently.
That's it. Everything must go.
No, actually, I might have some stuff in here.
Oh.
Don't need this anymore.
The feds. What's that?
Hair.
Throw it in.
Clay.
Yeah. There you go. Throw it
clay.
in.
And this might be full, actually. It's pretty full.
It's all right. We'll throw it in. That'll do. Super duper.
I'm not doing.
Darren Walker.
Doing giveaways.
There we go. If you're on next week, Darren, we will send you some hair clay. Only slightly soiled.
The fact that he's got 2 bum knees and he's 54 years of age, I feel like he's not walking her anywhere. So.
Oh, he's here all week.
Only because I don't know how to turn off the stream.
Are the scores updated on Facebook? Because I was going to do a rundown of them.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay,
Tell you
so
what. I was going to say, shall I bail and go and do my kind of wakey stuff, and you do the story. It's been absolutely emotional. Big loves to both of you, and I will see you next week where we'll give Steve's house away to one lucky winner.
Yeah. Let's give my kids' trampoline away.
There you go.
I thought you were just going to say kids. I thought you were literally just going to say give my kids away.
Take my son. He's beautiful, blonde boy.
There you go.
Very sought after in the market.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. And on that happy note, we will be here next week, mostly half cut, and hopefully Oz will have got over the Rona.
Not Rona, it's SARS.
Oh, it's SARS, is it?
They're both
bird flu.
Forms of coronavirus, aren't they?
Bird flu.
Bird flu.
The one that isn't Rona.
The other one. Understood. Yeah. Well, hopefully Oz will be over that. I'll have, if not, I'll just heavily caffeinated. Isle of Wight. And we will give away Steve's house, his car, his missus, everything. It all must go.
Steve's
people aren't gonna want my missus. She's pregnant. No one wants one of them.
One of them.
One of those children things.
Worst.
Well, yeah.
It's the fucking worst.
Anyway, big love to both
Goodbye.
of you. Goodbye.
Take care. Bye bye. Well, I'm going to do my updates. I'm going to do the score updates and stuff, mate. Unless you got anything.
Yeah, you're good. No, you are good to go.
You want to jump in with? Okay, cool. So, in Caledonia, we've got Glasgow. Hopefully, these are the latest. Let me just do a refresh just in case. So, in Glasgow, in Glasgow, the Tigers are losing 7-0. The last update we had, I can't see that staying that score for long. I think the Pirates are going to probably stick it to them, but let's see. We don't have a score from the Edinburgh Wolves versus the Inverclyde Goliaths. Darlington Sting 24, DC Presidents 0 was the last update we had there, but that's been a while, so expecting that to be extended lead. Yorkshire Rams 38, Doncaster Mustangs 0.
And that's just gone half time.
That's just gone half time, thank you. That's in the White Rose division, down in Red Rose, or along to Red Rose. Lancashire Wolverines 44, Lee Miners 0 at half time. Central East, South Links Lightning 0, Northants Knights 34, Nottingham Caesars 14, Scunthorpe Alphas 0, and that's in Q4. There's a lot of shutout games at the moment. From the latest updates we've got, right? Down in Mercia, I suppose down from that point. Sandwell Steelers and Shropshire Revolution, we've got it as 0-0. We've got it as no score, but isn't that the late kickoff one that you said came up, or was that the O's?
No, that's the O's. That's the O's Exiles at 4:00.
Okay, thank you. Which is in 5 minutes. So we still don't have a score for that Steelers Revolution game. So if you can get us one. If you're out there, Superman, and you can get us one, fantastic. East Anglia, Cambridgeshire Cats 15, Ipswich Cardinals 2.
We've just had an update on that. Cats have just scored and kicked the PAT. It's now 22-2.
22. Okay, cool. I was going to say that was a lot closer than in terms of scoreline than we were predicting at this point in the game. But now the Cats look like they're going to start pulling away. Colchester Gladiators 20. Ouse Valley Eagles 0 in quarter 3 there. Down in along to 7, the 7th division. Swindon Storm play the Bristol Aztecs, but we don't have a score for that yet.
Nothing yet.
I think we will, because I said to you, didn't I? The Storm were posting online. They were posting on Twitter, I think, but like I also said, when teams are losing, they tend to just sort of clam up a bit. Thames Valley and the Wembley Stallions are beating the Hertfordshire Cheetahs 14-7 at half time. Then in London, we've got the O's versus the Exiles at 4 p.m. So due to kick off any minute now. In 4 minutes, but who knows? It could be sooner or later. The Blitz and the Warriors. The last update we've got is 12-6, but I'm going to have a look on Instagram shortly and see if we've had a advance in there. The game seemed to sort of peter out. Well, actually, if anything, it was sort of in the Blitz's favour. With the last thing we saw was the Warriors punting from like their 2-yard line. So it looks like territorially the Blitz were doing better than the Warriors. But we'll see we'll see what's happened there. Last update from the Wessex League: Solent Thrashers 48 and Bournemouth Bobcats 6 at half time. That's a thumping, isn't it? Like that's running clock now. 42-point difference, and I can imagine the scoring will slow down in that game. Obviously, just because of the running clock. But I don't think the Thrashers are a team to sort of want to turn over and just they're more likely a team, considering, as we saw at the beginning of this stream, so many players. I imagine they'll start rotating in heavily and blooding people, their backups, which would be good. South East, Sussex Thunderbolts 9, East Essex Sabres 37. That's a full-time score we had with a midday kickoff.
Yes, indeed.
East Kent Mavericks and Essex Spartans is now turned into a controlled scrimmage because there was a mess up with the refs. Namely, Baffa did not pass on a message that the refs were unavailable for the fixture. Then we've Cheetahs TD. So hold on. Yes, that makes sense. Cheers, Russ. Thanks, Russ. Russ is great at updating us, man.
That does make sense.
Mathematically, that makes sense.
That stands up, Russ. Well done.
Yeah, you did it. So Jordan Legg caught a TD pass to make that, and the PAT was good at 1 point at PAT, so that's now 14-all against the Wembley Stallions. So good, that's such a good game, that one. But also a good game, seemingly, is this cross-divisional game between the Birmingham Bulls and the Leicester Falcons. Birmingham going 13-0 up originally, but it's now half time and the Leicester Falcons have clawed it back to 13-all.
That was about 25 minutes ago now, so you'd assume they're probably into QT well and truly now.
Yeah, and let's just see if there's anything else. If I've got any updates on anything. EKP, we got
7-0. Yeah, 7-0 over the Tigers.
Cool. Okay, right. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have a look through and see if I've got anything from Instagram to update you with. Is that a new one?
It's a new one.
So this one is Nottingham Caesars are now 20-0 up with a 35-yard McGovern. Phil McGovern. They must be related. Or
so the QB is L McGovern.
Right. Okay.
So you
TV
could
throw with the PAT no good.
We could probably assume son or nephew or brother or something along those lines.
Yeah, relation. And that's against the Scunthorpe Owls. They're now 20-0 up.
Yes.
It seems like quite a comfortable game for them. I know we don't have the sort of blow by blow updates, but we do have some sort. We do have fairly good updates from their Twitter. But have we got anything else to throw in, Oz?
It's his song.
Oh, it's his song.
It's his song.
I've got 2 songs.
Soon to be 3.
Don't know. We find out next week if it's a boy or a girl.
Based on your semen pattern, I'm calling for a boy.
What? That doesn't make sense. We had girl, boy, girl. Boy. I think it'll be a girl.
You reckon?
I do. Yeah, we'll see. I don't really care.
You're human. You're human.
Yeah. No, my preference would be a girl, but I don't care. Wembley scored a TD pass.
Yeah, Wembley's hit.
Very quick.
Hit back. Yeah.
Very quick. 2014 to Wembley. What a game. What a game. I love these good games.
Imagine somebody called that game of the week. Just imagine.
I know. Well, they finally got one right. I'm only joshing. I like to give the brains a bit of stick.
Well, they're not playing today, are they? I was going to say, they're not playing today.
Chris has broke his leg.
Oh, is he?
Not broke his leg, done his knee in. But then I saw a post of him on. I need to ask him about this. I saw a post of him playing golf, or at least on a golf cart. Maybe he wasn't playing, because golf's one of the worst things to play for knees because of the twisting movement.
Right.
So I can't see him playing golf, but maybe he's like caddying for someone or something, just enjoying the day. But well, I'm gonna have a look at the Instagram stories here.
He is watching. He is watching. I drove the car.
Chris, I have to congratulate you and your brother on a great, well-picked game of the week.
It's only taken you 13 weeks.
Only taken you all season to do it. Yeah.
1 out of 13 ain't bad. 1 out of 13 ain't bad.
You cracked the code. They cracked the code in the end.
Yeah.
They got there.
Can't wait to see next week's.
Yeah. Fair play. I'm just going to watch some of this play. I'm not going to put it on screen because Mikey said it doesn't look good on.
We started well, then just miss after miss after miss, is what Chris has said in response.
We're talking about golf.
Yeah. I think he's talking about his game of the week predictions.
Yeah. 4th down on the Warriors. It looks like it's turnover on downs. No, Warriors get 1st down. The Blitz defense are fast as fuck.
Okay.
They punt.
That's
they punt.
Good analysis.
Honestly, man, look, they swarm so well. Like, no matter where the ball ends up, there's like 3 or 4 of them around it.
So.
Or nice run here from the Warriors. Sorry, I just got 2 more.
What do we have to say about this then? If the Blitz win?
It's just brilliant. Like, I don't dislike the Warriors like, please don't get me wrong, man. I love the Warriors, right? I like their organisation, everything, right? But I love competition more than I like any team, you know. And having a team as strong as the Warriors and head and shoulders above everyone else as the Warriors have been, I don't think has been. It just makes it not interesting, you know, for them to just beat everyone each year. So if
the age old thing would be that, like, a lot of people would just, if this is a bad weather game, they just throw it out. Like, they just say, oh, you know, bad weather. Like, I think this whole season, or is this?
No. I don't think it means anything until they do it next year. Do it when it matters.
Right.
So, I said this at the beginning of the season. You're probably gonna get upsets and teams that perform really well and teams that perform poorly, and actually none of it really matters because there's gonna be things that benefit and things that hinder teams this season. You know, like, and so for example, players like me that've got 2 little kids, it doesn't make sense for me to play this year because it was too much commitment from my family for me to do so. So, you know, there's certain type of players that are taken out of the game that aren't involved, you know, but it may suit other players that maybe aren't that in a normal season they wouldn't be able to play because they wouldn't be able to commit because they wouldn't get as much playing time, that sort of thing. So I just think it's the whole season's a bust, and you can't judge an organisation on really what this season has been. Cats 28, Cardinals 2. Cats are running away with it.
Yeah, they're starting to put the pedal down now.
So nice pass completed. So half-time score, nice pass completed across the middle for the Warriors. Half-time score 12-7 to the Blitz.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you feel like then, because this has been such a fractured season? How many games have the Warriors played this year? Like three out of like 13 weeks or some shit.
I can have a look.
But I'm essentially saying, do we feel like, you know, it's like, if the Blitz win this, well done, but do it when it counts. Like,
this is their 4th game. Well, no, that's it. Like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, it throws in the question. So both teams are 3-0, the Warriors and the Blitz. No, they can't. Oh, they must be. Yeah, they are.
They haven't played each other yet, have they?
No, because they had a game on the 22nd of August that was cancelled. Or postponed, or whatever you want to call it, but hasn't been played.
Right.
So it was only a 6-game season for these teams, and it looks like the only team that's going to be playing all 6 games is the Kent Exiles.
Right.
I think. Let's have a look. Yeah.
So you just you throw it out at this point. And just say,
yeah, I did at the beginning of the season. I just don't see, like, because you could say, okay, so put it this way. Oh, let's just read this from Phil. So he says the Alphas fumble quickly converted on power run. So the Nottingham's, so the Alphas gave up the ball, and then the Nottingham capitalised on it. So they're now 27-0 up. Caesars over the Alphas. So put it this way, Oz, maybe a different way of looking at the same sort of problem.
Okay.
Do you think if a team performs really well this year, that they should then get promoted into, like, they do so well, they exceed, like the Caesars, the Romans, for example, and do you think that if a team underperforms, that they should then get relegated from their normal league structure? Like, because I don't think there's enough on it to make those decisions. I don't think that the teams are genuine, in every case, a genuine reflection of their true self.
But okay, at the same time, I don't think it matters any sort of season when you move season to season over if you're going to try and use last year's results to predict next year's success, if that makes sense, because it could be a completely different team in a way. So if we're one, because the question I'm positing is if the Blitz win this game, have they closed the gap? Is essentially the question that I'm asking, and you're saying doesn't matter. because of the breakdown of the season.
Yeah.
So coming into next year, if we were to have the conversation around, leading into the division, be like, right, Blitz, Warriors, how do we feel about this? Would you just ignore the fact the 2020 season happened and look at 2019 results? Would you ignore the fact that 2021 season happened and look at 2019 results?
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as to say that you ignore 2021, but yeah, I think 29. The thing is, I completely agree with you that season on season teams can completely change. I've seen it, right, at this level. Well, if you're trying to compare a 2019 team to a 2022 one,
exactly,
it's going to be a massive difference. But what I'm saying is, rather than comparing the team's results, I'm just talking about the club and their full strength, and you're essentially what you're seeing is a load of different teams who are not going to be at full strength for different reasons this season, and therefore not, I don't think, a good reason to then measure them upon. The question comes is whether they can get themselves back to full strength for next season. And it's debatable, right? Like, we don't know the ins and outs of the Blitz and the Warriors, organisations, but we do know that the Warriors for years have been absolute class, and there was, you would never have predicted that this season would be the season that the Blitz beat the Warriors, right? Until, I don't think we didn't predict that they were going to win it prior to this game, and they still may not. It's only half time, right? But yeah, I just think that this season has got way too many influencing factors and variables for us to really jump on not bandwagon, or just say that things are changing within the sport because of a different a result or two. I can't see anything other than a London Warriors 2022 Britball championship.
See, okay, so that's interesting, because that obviously just, means that you're not caring about the North.
No. Yeah, I think the North are good, and I think obviously you've got Manchester, and they've been great for years, right? Like, coming year on year and improving, and they'll fancy themselves, to look to topple Tamworth, and then obviously London. The London teams if they face them in the playoffs.
But the only reason I ask that is because
I see them progress every year. I don't think 2022 is Manchester's year. I don't think they're going to be bad. I don't think they're going to be champions.
But what about Tamworth? Because the reason I brought this up is you said you don't see anything other than a 2022 London Warriors championship.
I think Tamworth are brilliant. I think they'll be the finalists against the Warriors, and the Warriors will beat them. Tamworth are a fantastic club. Fantastic team. I don't think that they're as good as the Warriors.
Well, that was going to be my question. What year was it? Was it 2017 or 2018?
2017 was when
they won it.
The Phoenix won it, and they beat the Warriors and the Blitz.
Yeah, they beat the Warriors in the semis and beat the Blitz in the final.
Yeah, Blitz in the final.
Yeah. So my question is, are we just because then who won it in 2018?
Warriors.
And then did they win it 2019 as well?
Yeah, they've won it, yeah.
Right, okay. So are we just assuming it's just back to status quo now, where the Warriors are always going to be predicted winners, and it's up for somebody else to prove it before we can crown?
Yeah, I am. I want there to be challenges and better competition for the Warriors. I don't see it happening at the moment. I think it will take a few more years, if at all, or for it to happen.
Because I suppose that's my thoughts is, when does it go from, have we reached the point where we can start saying, I'm not sure who's going to win, or are we still at the point where we just inherently crown the Warriors champions and just say it's up to somebody else to prove us wrong?
Because Because if the Blitz win today, it's a shock win, right? Like it's not like Wembley versus the Cheetahs where one of them wins. And you're like, oh, that's brilliant. You know, like it could have gone either way. Like at the moment, everyone's like, fuck me, the Blitz are beating the Warriors. That's amazing. You know, unexpected. You know, surprise. So until we're talking, everyone's talking pre-game that like it could go either way, but I'd back in the Blitz because of this, and this. You know, until you're at that stage, then they're really not being challenged, are they? And the unfortunate thing about the structure. Sorry,
so I would probably have that discussion around the Phoenix, where I would say I'm not sure.
Sorry, the Warriors. Yeah, we hope so. I hope so. I'd love to see them in the EFL. They were announced to go into it, and then I think there was like the NEFL or something, wasn't it? But they announced to go into some European league, and then it didn't happen. So my school update.
Sorry, Daniel, we've got nothing. No one's provided us with anything. Apologies.
Yeah, I'd like them to, you know. But then, does that mean that they pull out of the domestic league? Is that what you're saying, Grant? I don't know when that league runs, or I know when it runs, but I don't know if it's set up to conflict or not conflict with the domestic leagues. So
I suppose
and all that, but
I suppose from my perspective, where you mentioned that at the moment it's you know going into the game, as you said, no one was ever talking about it. Oh, I think if the Blitz do this, they could beat them, or you know if they do this, they could beat them. Like it's a shock upset. I think if we were to have a Tamworth Warriors game, you know, 2 weeks from now, I would have the discussion where I would say I think Tamworth could beat them.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think
that's where. So I'm not so quick to sort of crown Warriors, you know, the 2022 champions without a battle, just because like they've shown themselves to be fallible so far. Like you know, you look at how they're performing against the Blitz right now, but they started slow against the Exiles as well.
Well, you could argue that they started slow against the Phoenix in the Britball final in 2019.
Yeah.
I think their final score was like 44-21. So but it was close for a while, and then they ended up scoring to extend their lead. But it was a fairly close game to start off with.
So I think personally, from my point of view, I see them as still tier 1, the Warriors, but I put Tamworth in there with them. I put them both on the same level, just because
Sorry, go on. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut your point off.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That's pretty much where I was going to be honest.
So what I'm saying here is, if you're saying that they're both level, bringing back up Grant's point about surely they should be in the EFL, so surely, by that logic, the Phoenix should also be in the EFL and not be in the league.
Well, I mean, it just depends. Like, I don't know enough about what the qualification metrics is for you to be able to qualify for the EFL. Do you just say we want to play in it, or
I think so.
Do you have to be eligible? Does someone have to select you? Because that's what I'm not sure on.
No, it was pulled together. It's like I think it was about 6 or 7 clubs, and there wasn't. From what I can tell, there wasn't many games played of it. But I don't know if that was the proper format for it either. So I don't know enough about it to talk about it. But
yeah, it could be that the reason that the Warriors are in it is because, like you say, they won 2018 and 2019.
No, so those I don't think it is that selection based on you're the best team in a country, so you get in. That's the what was when we used to be in it. The IFAF rule was like the team that wins the championship qualifies for Europe, but that was a European Cup, right? So that was like the UEFA Cup.
I get that, but I was.
But I don't think that's the same for this.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of if you think about it in soccer terms. Whatever the Super Cup that they were trying to do, where specific teams were invited to join. Like it wasn't based on the fact like that. You know, Arsenal was invited. Arsenal hadn't won a fucking thing in God knows how long, but they were invited to join it because of the status, and the status of the club in terms of fan base and how they fill their stadiums and things like that. That's what I was wondering if that's how the EFL's gone about. If they've selected the Warriors because the Warriors are seen as either the biggest club in the league. You know, in the country.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the criterion is, but if it was to do with the biggest clubs, then you'd say Titans will be in there, right? Like,
but then I think it's
the biggest club in the UK.
Yeah, but then you also have Strangely, didn't ever go fund me. You're kidding. They might have a Patreon. They're not. They're not. Are you telling me they're not? Are you telling me they're not crowdfunding, Grant?
Yeah, I can't believe, Grant, that they're not crowdfunding. How could they say?
Okay, no. The only other thing I want to know then is, will we know who the top 12 quarterbacks for fantasy this year are for the EFL? And can we meet the team? Can we have a whole big set of posts where we get to meet all of the members and not actually tell us anything about the EFL? Can we do that? Is that allowed? Is that too subtle, or are you finally getting where I'm going with this, Steve?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, you won't. Yeah, no, yeah. I just try to avoid chatting about them because I think they're.
Cheetahs picked to the Wembley 15-yard line. So,
God,
this is after they took the lead. So the Cheetahs took the lead. They were down 20-14.
Yeah,
they took the lead up to 20, and then they've turned it around.
What a huge momentum swing for them.
Poor Tommy lunchtime. They're down 46-0.
Cool.
So, unfortunate. But, my voice is going. So much for me messaging you today and being like, hey bro, can I just do the producer role and not talk? Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, I'll talk. Hold on, I'm just checking some updates, see what's...
I was going to say, have you got any socials?
Yeah, let me look. Leicester are 15-13 up against the Bulls.
So that's a safety. Interesting.
Yep, I'm just checking the Instagram. The Warriors? Come on, the Warriors surely... Yeah, there we go. I was just waiting for the Warriors to pop up because they're play-by-play. Right, so there's a kickoff here. There's a kickoff. Did I say... Yeah, it was half-time. Okay, this is the third quarter kickoff. Or second half kickoff. Blitz with the ball really deep in their own half. He tries to shovel past it, goes over the guy's head. There's no point sending us a video. Well, we can't get those links. We can't click on links.
Anybody who wants to watch it, just go in the comments and it's there.
See, the Blitz are spraying the ball around and actually gaining yardage now. There's a first down here. They're roughly at their 25. Terrible screen pass hits the deck. Try the same play again. Over the guy's head. It's like they're trying every wrong pass possible. They try the same play again and they get sacked. That's ridiculous. Fourth down. Blitz are punting. This was 15 minutes ago, by the way. O's. Warriors with the ball. Nice deep pass. Just threw a duck. It just went straight over the guys, everyone's heads. They're back in the ground game up the middle. Gaining yards. I don't know. It looks like it's first down yardage. Can't tell. Definitely first down yardage here if it wasn't before. They look like they're in the blitz red zone. They seem quite rampant coming out. So 3rd and 5 now for them. Pass out to the sideline. He definitely picks up that 5. That's got to be 1st and 10. First down on the 9. So they're 1st and goal. Get it down to the 5. Pass out to the back of the end zone. Got to be defensive pass interference. Yeah, it was. Ball got placed down at like the 1. Warriors touchdown. 12-13 to the Warriors.
There we go.
So they score on their opening drive. They get the extra point, 12-14. We've still got some updates to go, so the score may change again. They're going to kick off. Lovely return. Lovely return from the Blitz. Kick returner gets it about to halfway. Like midfield. Not much happens on that play. QB's drop. There's a lot of passing play, so I think the Blitz are leaving themselves open here to either sacks or interceptions. They're passing the ball constantly. Lovely tackle from the safety there from the Warriors. I think this is 3rd or 4th down. It's got to be 3rd down from the Blitz. I can't tell. They may have got first down yardage. The angle's a bit funny. Drop back for a pass. Quite deep. Lovely catch. First down. And it looked like that was just shy of their own red zone. So, so that's the latest updates we got there. Let's just see. Do we have 35-2 to the Cats?
No, we've got 41-2 to the Cats.
Okay, cool.
They've just scored 2-point PAT, no good. 4th quarter, now running clock.
Cool. Alright, nothing new there. I'm just checking. Oh, London. Have we got a London O's score?
No, they kicked off at 4, but we haven't heard anything yet.
No, I can see that. It just says 0-0. There's no score there. Glasgow Tigers.
7-0 was the last we
7-0
heard.
7-0 is what we've got at half time.
Yeah, first and last we heard of that one. Yeah, so the Cats have fully run away with this one now. We're staring at, what do we got here? We got 41-0 now. Sorry, 41-2. Apologies.
Yeah. So again, and that, like I said, that there was just a sack there in the Blitz Warriors game from the Blitz getting sacked, because I think that it's going to be really hard on their O-linemen when they've constantly got to defend their QB like that in the pocket. And you know, the D-lineman will eventually get sacks, or they'll force really bad throws, which the DBs will pick off. So yeah, we'll see. I don't think there's nothing now. There's a lot of Uniball.
Oh, Gladiators have scored with 1 minute left in the game. They now lead 27-0.
27-0.
Yeah, 27-0. 27-0.
The Blitz seem to have like one or two very good offensive players that once they get the ball in their hand are like and are very evasive and running really hard.
Oh, Tommy. He doesn't even want to give us the full score anymore. It's at 54-0. It's 54-0. He's
Rams to Donny.
Yeah. Pray for Donny. This was a big old hashtag pray for Donny. I think we brought it out. I think that was when it came. This is when it was spawned. The last time these two teams played.
They got blasted, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Not 34-0.
Yeah.
Oh, new QBs. So obviously they've put their backup QB in. Knots have. If Jorge, I'm going to, or is it George? It could be George. I like the sound of it being Jorge.
We're going to say Jorge because it sounds,
Jorge. Yeah, Jorge
much
first career
more
throw.
exotic.
It does, mate. Jorge comes over here. He's on transfer. First career TD throw to Abraham. PAT is good. Well done, Jorge. We love to see it.
So yeah, I'm just looking at all the score updates. Jorge, we were right.
Yes.
Cheers, Grant. You know the Caesars are doing well because Grant's. I'm guessing Grant's. Yeah, and he's starting to message us.
Yeah,
he's got us on his like ears and just like.
He's not. He's not paying attention to the actual game. He's just.
He doesn't need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have some fun.
Yeah, 100%. I'd like to just give myself a quick pat on the back for that. Actually, just I led with Jorge as opposed to George.
Yeah, you did well, mate.
Yeah, so.
So Leicester are pulling ahead. They are 22-13 up.
Oh right, okay. So there's another TD there for them.
Yeah.
So that's more what we thought was in line though. Like before the game, the fact that it was 13-13, well, even 13-0 to the Bulls, to then even be 13-13 at half time, I was a little bit shocked by that. Can I get a Jorge?
Oh, that is so good. That's brilliant. Imagine being Jorge and that's happening to you.
He's at a stag this weekend. He's not even at the
that's
game.
even worse, Grant. Why he unhappy faced it as well?
Yeah, what? Why is your stag do so boring that you're able to watch us? Like,
we knew that one. Thank you, Darren.
Yeah, let's not. Hey, I am not going to condescend people giving us updates because then people will stop giving us updates. Thank you, Darren. We appreciate that. We had no idea that it was 14-12. So thank you.
What did I do? I said thank you.
You were like, we knew that. Like,
what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we knew that. Stop being so combative. Always so combative.
Not. You're just a twat.
Well, I'm not combative. You're just fucking. Yeah, he says combating me right now.
Oh yeah. Well, the impervious argument. Well done. The Cats are 41-8 up over the Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals have scored.
The Cardinals have scored. 2-point attempt was no good.
Go on, Ipswich. Not going down without a fight. Yeah, no. In the words of Mikey, up the Cardinals. No, it's good though. It means that cause some teams would have packed it in. Like you've just been getting pelted back like week after week. You've got what 1 minute, couple of minutes left in the game.
You can't give them an update. I'll just pick it off of their stream.
Well, you can't. It doesn't work that way because they get it from us. It'd just be a.
Yeah, I know they do. Yeah. No, they got a couple of people at games today. Like anything to do with the Bulls, because old Jason's like a fucking dick up the Bulls' ass. He's always. Huh?
Excuse you? What a statement.
Well,
what a statement.
He loves the Bulls, and then they typically have one or two people at other games, if they can. What's the latest South Links Northants score?
2-6.
I should look myself, shouldn't I?
34-0 was the last I saw.
And then Nottingham Scunthorpe, same scoreline, right?
Yeah, both of them 34-0.
Wow. I didn't know that there was a mistake there, but it is true. And they're both in Central East. What the hell?
Yep.
Does anyone know a Steelers Revolution score update? Does anyone know
or
a
Swindon
Goliath
Aztecs?
Wolves? Does anyone know a Storm Aztecs? Does anyone know an Olympians Exiles? Those are the ones.
Does anyone know where to get a really good B-Day?
What?
It's the machine that cleans your asshole.
Yeah, I know what it is. Where does that come from?
Well, we were just talking. You were just asking, does anyone know this? Does anyone know that?
I was watching scores.
I was watching Netflix with the missus last night. She's fucking obsessed with this like Jack Whitehall going travelling with his dad fucking program.
Ah, right, yeah.
Hate it.
Isn't he funny? In his dad?
Oh no, I just don't like Whitehall.
Don't ya?
Nah, can't stand him.
Warriors have taken over the ball after the Blitz failed to score. This is a long run here. They're down. That whatever play that was, they caught the end of it. Looks like they're in the red zone for the Blitz. Another completed pass. They've got to be 10 yards out, 5 yards out. That's it. That's all the updates we've got. Well, we're watching on Netflix. We're watching The Circle. Have you seen that?
Nah, what is it?
So it's a show where
we got a Northants update. It's just come through. So Cam Young gets his third touchdown of the game. PAT is no good, and that is the end of the game. Final score: North Ants Knights 40, South Links Lightning 0.
Can we say happy birthday to Steve George, the GM for Links?
Yes, Links GM Steve Will George. Enjoy your present, a big L.
Yeah, what a bastard of a tweet.
I love that.
Enjoy your present, a big L.
Yeah. That's quality.
It's so out of order.
Speaking of out of order, touchdown Rams. Beautiful pass from Josh Green to Elliott Rock, and the Rams add another TD. PAT is no good. 52-0. And it means that I think Tommy Lunchtime has just given up. He's like, nah, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
He's putting in the shift, isn't he? So many updates.
Yeah.
I bet he just wants to watch a game.
Well, not only that, he just wants to be able to tweet that Donny have got on the board.
Yeah. Northants have just tweeted, Instagram story, they're 40-0. Cool. Oh, do you know something I saw that was really good? I was telling you about The Circle, but we'll come back to it. So the University of Nottingham. So Jason that was on last week, his uni team, right?
Yeah.
Oz. They posted some.
I'm listening. I'm just checking.
They posted some tryout or camp footage yesterday.
Yeah.
And so like it looks nice anyway because they got really nice AstroTurf. Everything's all sorted. Loads of coaches, loads of like structured drills going on, and people get putting in effort, right? And I thought, oh, that's cool, So we shared a couple of their posts, and then they show a post, right, where this person pans around, like stood on the AstroTurf at ground level, and he's panning around, and he gets to the corner of the of the AstroTurf, like the fencing, and there's a huge big screen there that's actually showing one of the drills. I was like, oh mate, that's just like showing off. So like it stopped on it, and it then showed this lad going to use a tackle bag or whatever. But I was like, that's like next level, like actually not just running training, but actually having a big screen up to be able to zoom in on something completely. Unnecessary. I don't know if it's got any practical use, but it was quality looking at it.
So we've got a couple of updates in that short story time. Touchdown pass from number 6, Mark Rivet, to number 81, Ryan Smith. 2-point conversion to number 31, Zeli Dow. And the Cats take a 49-8 lead over the Cardinals. And the Gladiators snuck one in just before full time, and final score of 27-0 over OVE.
Yeah, I see that full-time score. Love you really, Steve. Oh, they said
that's a comment to South Links.
Happy birthday. Enjoy your present.
Enjoy the L. Love you really.
And Nottingham Caesars have posted a Jorge.
Big love for Jorge.
With the old go for yelling. They found a Jorge.
Yeah.
Maybe they made it. That'd be even more impressive.
You know who's really good at making GIFs? Editing GIFs. Sorry, not making them, but like taking one and I don't know how he does it, and putting his own text on it and everything like that, and making it seem GQ.
Is he?
Yeah, John Vince is. And it just astounds me every single time.
Well, he can make it. He makes GIFs up.
So he takes a regular GIF.
Yeah.
And then he manages to get text into the GIF.
Yeah, I know how to do it. I just never do it.
I have no idea how to do it.
Yeah, I know how to do it.
Maybe I'm technically defunct or something. I don't know.
Just can't be asked. You just need the right bit of software and you're fine.
Yeah, it's class. Makes me crack
so you've
up.
done the Zilly Dow update, haven't you? Let me just see.
Zilly Dow.
I'm just waiting to see if the Warriors punch this one in, but I don't know that they have. Let's see. There is an update. Turnover on downs. So they kept them out. End of the third quarter. The Blitz are still trailing. Oh, what is that? Read that one out.
Tommy Lunchtime hitting us up with a 56-0 over Donny.
I'm going to see if I can find that.
How long's left in the game, Tommy? How long's left in the game? Wait, how the hell have they got to 56? Because they were at 52 off a touchdown and no PAT, and the PAT failed.
54 they were at.
No, because the 2 PAT was no good, so they were at 52.
So it says they were at 44. Then he says 54. So that's 10
Yeah,
points.
but I'm looking at theirs. Yeah. I'm looking at their Twitter, and they're saying 52 because they said the 2 PAT was no good.
Yeah. Okay. You might have got it wrong. Hey, look, I got a picture. I don't know if this will come up very well, but I'll show you, Oz. This is that screen in the corner of their University of Nottingham's AstroTurf, and it's showing. Look, I think if I hit play, you'll see it. This lad goes and smacks it. It's cool, isn't it? I don't know the practical use of it, but I thought it was really cool.
It's a big flex. It's a big money flex.
Yeah. Tell me, right, what do you think of that drill?
What?
this drill. Actually, let me see if I can get a better close up. This, right.
I'm not sure I understand the question.
So this is the drill, right? What do you think of this drill? Hold on, what the hell's going on here? What do you think of making players do that with a bag?
Well, I missed the first half of it. I just saw him tackle a bag.
Yeah, that's it. He just ran and tackled a bag.
Well, I mean, they've done it in rugby for about 50 years.
They have done it in rugby for about 50 years. But what do you think about it in American football? How many times do you tackle like that in America? I don't think it's realistic.
Okay. I will stop you there. How many times do you tackle like that in American football? Not a lot. How many times should you tackle like that in American football? A lot more. The amount of people I see missing tackles because they don't get their arms around the person and they don't wrap.
He left his feet. In American football, I was always taught you wrap and then you drive.
Yes.
You drive your feet and you slam the fuckers in. So they're leaving their feet and just diving at people. That's awful.
So he had bad form.
No,
but the drill itself.
All of them were doing it.
Well, I only saw one, so you only showed me.
I know, but I saw 3.
Yeah, but like the drill itself, to make sure that you're getting head on body and wrapping, yes, fine. Because the amount of people that don't use their arms in American football, especially in Britball, is monumental. Like, you'll see them just try to drop the shoulder.
They're just like Supermaning into it, and I just think it's point. But you're right, there is the other end of the body, the legs and the head is important, definitely. That's definitely valuable. But I just don't get why a coach wants to see a player diving into a bag.
That sort of tackle works perfectly if you're on an angle, if you're pursuit. That's when I've used that style of tackle.
When you've got the sideline to help you to stop them juking out of the way. Yes.
Exiles are up 21-0 over the Olympians.
Oh. Who gave us that update?
The Exiles Twitter.
Nice one. Thank you, Exiles Twitter. We love you.
Right. Can I back out because I need to get some more lemon and honey, and I also need to make sure I've got all these updates because I have been slipping.
I'll just talk nonsense.
Well, I mean, you do that with me anyway. I feel like you can do it without me.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell people about this drill and why I don't like it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, let me just adjust because it's got me chopping my head off. Now I'm too small. I do. Yeah. So my point was that those sort of drills. Why? You, oh look, he wants some lemon and honey, but he's still from the grave posting stuff up. So what? I mean, I was not Russ. Thank you, Russ. Russ has said Cheetahs 2-yard TD pass. Rowan Huggins PAT no good. Wembley 20 Cheetahs 20. What a game! What a game this is. Thank you, Russ. Yeah, so I don't like that drill because you're teaching players to leave their feet when they go into contact. If you leave, I was always taught if you leave your feet, you know, you lose your power, right? Like in American football, you need to hit and drive and try, like, because ground is everything. So if you leave your feet, then they're more likely to hit your back, and also they can just juke you out of the way. Oz's point about a pursuit angle, yeah, that makes sense, but it wasn't a pursuit angle drill; it was a head-on thing. So anyway. I was laughing at this, and Russ says I'm having a heart attack. Yeah, well, you look after yourself, mate. Get some water, get some oxygen in you, extra oxygen, and look after yourself. And good luck. Into the fourth quarter yet. I don't know what game you're talking about, Daniel. Can you let us know? I assume you potentially could be talking about the Cheetahs game. You may have actually just done that as a reply to Russ's one. I can't tell if they're replies. I just see updates or posts. Right, just having a look at the Warriors one now. So the Blitz are taken over in their own territory. 4th down, switched ends. They're still passing the ball. So, yeah, Chris Breen. Hold on. Yeah, so we have seen that. I think Oz has updated it. He did say it. Let me just check that we've got it updated on our Facebook post. Because I can't do the ticker as well. It's a pain in the ass. Oh, it's not updated on there. But yeah, we did know it was 21-0. I'm going to update it on there now. Or 21-0, as Oz would say. But yeah, cheers, Chris. Right, and I'll just have a look at it and see the Instagram stuff. So there's a deep ball. That looks like a punt. Yeah, it was. So the Blitz punted it. The Warriors have picked it up. He's picked up on the far side and he's running back to the other. He's run past a few players. A couple of people blocking for him. He's bust it. He's gone past the halfway line. Last man to beat, and he drags him down. Ball on roughly the 35-40. They're running the ball again, as you could expect. But so basically, the Blitz are running, Bits are passing it, and the Warriors are running it. Like, that's what I'm seeing. Majority, right? Like, you know, obviously they're going to change it up a little bit on both sides, but yeah, cool. That's it. That's the latest update we got on that. There's nothing else apart from Northants confirming their win. Have we got any more comments? Ah, cool. So Russ has just said that they've got 3 minutes 44 left in the fourth quarter. Let me just check our banners actually, see if we've got the updates in there. Nope. Let me just. I'll leave that. James just asked Scott, what happens with the game? Is it rearranged? I don't think so. I don't think it can be, James. I don't think there's enough time. Although you could argue that with the Scottish League being extended, that there is a little bit of time because you've got these 10 extra games that BAFA have asked that are setting up. I think that's the 17th of October, I think. Then there's 2 weeks, and then the Uniball season starts. I think that's how it works. So you could argue that there's enough time between now and then, but then you've also got that they've got refs available for it. I don't know. Depends how desperate people are to really play that game. Is it that important? But it'd be interesting to see how BAFA respond when they eventually respond. I think we had this one down. So thank you. The Bulls are losing 13-22 against the Falcons. I think that score's been the same for a while now. And Doncaster, I think Doncaster are 62-0 up now. Let me just check that for the. Have we got that? No, we got 54. So let's just add that one in. 62-0. Jesus. So the Rams are 62-0 up over Doncaster. Sorry, I think with my ramblings I made it sound a bit sounded wrong. So Tom Noon just confirmed 64. Rams really showing class. Fist bump. So fist bump in late hits against the Div 2 side with 25 men and 20 away. Wish my ACL hadn't blown. So some reports of I suppose what you call unsportsmanlike conduct, but not in the sense of the rules of the game, but just sort of shithousery again. Phil's popped up and said Nottingham seizes a 35 against the Alphas, who've got 8. It was a 4th down 20-yard pass with a good 2-pointer. So yeah, they extend their lead or re-establish their lead. 34-8. Oh. Sorry, I think that was the Alphas that actually scored that one. Yeah, it is. Sorry, he's just confirming the Alphas scored. I think we already had that. Let me just add that in. Cool. And have we got the latest? So it's 2027. Does anyone out there know the Swindon Storm Bristol Aztecs score? Let us know if you know it. That would be good. Be a good one to add in. Right, let's have a little look at Instagram again then and give you some updates from there. Actually, let me just check Twitter. I haven't checked Twitter for a while. Usually Oz does that. He's having his honey tea. Oh, it looks like he's sat down and back, but he's just doing some updates. So, we got, I think we already had this, but there was a safety, or we had a development since it, but Mustang's punt is blocked out of the end zone for a safety, so the Rams get a safety, and then the Alphas were on the board, which we knew that. Okay, I don't know how long ago that is. It says it was a minute ago, but I think it was longer than that. Wembley go 4 and out, and at the 2, and there's now the 2-minute warning. So it looks like Hertfordshire are going to take over with 2 minutes left on the clock, and they are 7 points up at the moment, 20-27. Wolverines 60 or 70 against Lee. We lost count. Cool. Cheers, Brett. We'll have to wait and see what that final score was. I'm sure they'll post it up. Touchdown to the Warriors. Run in from about 10 yards out. So the Warriors, Oz, are 20-12 up. Extra point is good. 21-12 to the Warriors. So it looks like they'll probably establish, maintain this lead. I can't see the Warriors giving away a lead like this. But we'll see. I I can't see it happening. But the blitz again, passing, lovely pass out to the flats. Definitely a first down yardage. Taken out. It looks like there was a holding call because the blitz start much further back on the next play. Or they actually run the ball and don't really get anywhere with it. Cool. So yeah, that's the latest update from that game. So 21-12 to the Warriors. The Cats. I've got the Cats as 55-8. I don't know if we've got that score, Oz, do we? No. So the Cats are beating the. But this is according to score stream. The Cats are beating the Cardinals 55-8. So update on the Thrashers and Bobcats, please. Let's see what we got. The latest update, I think it's a bit of a blowout. The last update we had was a half-time update, which was 48-6 to the Thrashers. I think it's safe to say that they've won that one. We haven't had an update from that game since. I keep checking. They're pretty good about updating Instagram, so we'll have a look. Oh, Matt Myers just said the Blitz have scored a TD. So let's see. So that what would that make it? 21-18. Pending the PAT. Let's just have a little look. Yeah, touchdown Blitz, 21-18. Pass right across the middle. Lovely. What a lovely catch. Leaping catch into the air. Gets the PAT. So 21-18. Sorry, doesn't get the... Sorry. It looked like they got the extra point, but it was blocked. So it's 21-18 there. So cheers, Matt, for posting that up, letting us know. So yeah, game on there. Good stuff. So it's fourth quarter there as well, by the way. Now the Warriors will receive the ball. Oz, are you getting all these scores coming in? Putting them on the post. I can see he's nodding. Cool. There was quite a few that I saw that were wrong, or that we hadn't updated. Is there any other score updates? No, nothing from there. Cool, it's good, exciting fourth quarter action here from the couple of games we're following. Hey,
we've still got a 2-point disparity between what we've been told from Tommy Lunchtime and what the Yorkshire Rams Twitter is telling us.
I would always go for the Twitter.
Tommy's telling us 64. Rams Twitter is saying 62.
Yeah, I'd go for the 62 just because it's from their official account.
Okay. Final score update for Cambridgeshire Cardinals, 57-8.
That was their final score?
Final score. So they scored right on full time.
Wow.
Yeah. Bit of a bollocking. Bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Right, let's see what else there is. I'm gonna do a score rundown just while we wait for some stuff to come in. Quite keen to see what the Warriors do in their next drive. So let's just go through. So Glasgow Tigers East Kilbride Pirates 7-0 to the Pirates on the last update. There would have been movement on that. We expect the Pirates would have scored quite a few more points, and the Tigers may have got on the board. We don't know. We could be an upset. Who knows? The Inverclyde Goliaths versus the Edinburgh Wolves. We don't have a score for it. Kicked off at 2:00. So hopefully we get one again. Wolves are pretty good with their social media, but they're typically a half-time, full-time update team. But we don't have either of those things. Darlington Steam again. Another game. We don't have many updates on many games, have we? 24-0 against the DC Presidents.
It's quite amusing. Like some games we've got all of the updates for, and other games we've just got like none or one.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll have a look at my Facebook account because I follow teams on Facebook, and typically you get some teams that do Facebook updates are the worst because they're the hardest to find because of the way the algorithm. You can't like on Hootsuite we've got all of the tweets pulled together. You can't do that on Facebook, so it's just shit. Or for Facebook, there's no tools out there to do it. Anyway, so Darlington Steam were 24-0 up last time we heard, but we expect that to be a much different scoreline now. The Yorkshire Rams 64-0 against Donny. Is that
60? I've amended it to 62 now.
Sorry, 62-0, and that's a Q4 scoreline. Lancashire Wolverines 44-0.
We had 44-0 at half time.
But we've had someone say it was like 60 or 70.
60 to 70. I didn't want to put like a you know, it was 60. No offense, Brett, but I didn't want to put 60 plus.
Yeah. We'll wait for a more concrete score. South Links Lightning 0. Northants Knights 40. That was a full-time score. The Caesars 34-8 over the Alphas. Is that still in Q4? Or is that?
That's still Q4. No full-time yet.
Steelers Shropshire, we don't have a scoreline for. Sorry, what was that?
No, it was Sean just was mentioning something that we had literally just read out.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks.
No, nothing for the Revs.
Yeah, that's a shame. East Anglia, so Cambridgeshire Cats 49, Ipswich Cardinals.
I've updated that. That's now 57 to 8 full-time.
57 to 8 full-time, cool. Colchester Gladiators 27-0 over the Ouse Valley Eagles. That's a full-time scoreline.
Yeah.
Swindon Storm Bristol Aztecs, no score. We got a lot of. There's probably about 50% of the games that we don't have anything for, or have one.
Well, we've had
just one little update for. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really bad. And then the Stallions versus the Cheetahs, which is a brilliant game, 20-27. So the Cheetahs winning. They're in the last 2 minutes of the game. Are the Blitz winning now? No, it's 21-18, the last update we've got. Then the London O's, the last update we had, they were 21-0 down against the Kent Exiles. London Warriors, as we just said, 21-18 over the Blitz. Solent Thrashers, 48-6 over the Bournemouth Bobcats. That was the half-time score. We haven't had an update since. The full-time result, East Essex Sabres 37, Sussex Thunderbolts 9.
That was the early game as well.
And then the East Kent Mavericks versus the Essex Spartans did not go ahead because
he did, and they were on 12 points before they scored, and after they scored, they went to 18. So that's how maths works. Fuck off, Jake.
Hey.
I know Jake. I know Jake very well, so I can say that. Yeah.
All right, let me just check the Warriors. Because we got movement here. So they got taking the opening kickoff, stopped at the first man, about the 20-yard line. So they again running the ball, great running. Oh, he's still up. He must take it over the halfway line. It's really hard to tell. He bust out again. Another running back. I don't know the running back's name. I'm just sort of saying a running back, but they're just gaining yards. The ball. Oh, it looked like the ball came out there, but he was down. There's a flag. They're literally on the goal line, like 2 yards away from the goal line. And I don't know how. Like, it was just bang, 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 bang. It was really hard to sort of follow that. Because they were like, the camera was shooting right across the line of scrimmage, or just behind the line of scrimmage, like sort of where the linebackers are. You couldn't really see downfield. Cheetahs pick 6. That's it. That's got to be game.
24-20, you think so?
So they had the ball. So they would have, for whatever reason, turnover on downs or whatever. The ball got given to the Stallions, who had a chance, and they threw a pick 6. What, mate? Terrell Jeffers must be feeling on top of the world because he's just put his team 2 scores up. Like,
that's huge. That is
under
huge.
A minute left. What a play! What a play!
I would just like to. Can I get you to bring up Twitter, please, and the Northants Twitter, because this has tickled me something chronic.
Okay. This.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read it, or are you going to do it?
No. And with that 40-0 win, that's our 3rd shutout in 4 games. We now look ahead to next week when we travel to the Caesars football. Maybe. Who knows? Might just pull out for no reason.
Yeah.
I got a good chuckle out of that.
It's good that people are staying in high spirits when faced with such adversity this year.
Oh yeah, You sound like fucking Winston Churchill. Like, sitting there,
like,
never in my time have we faced such adversity in American football.
I can remember you saying something about this when the pandemic first kicked off, and you said the way some people are opening their emails is ridiculous. Like, they'd say, hi.
Oh, it's like a civil war. It's like a civil war. Like, it's unreal. Like when the pandemic first kicked off, it was literally like it was fucking the Civil War. And
I trust you are doing well in these troubled times.
Yeah, I trust this fighting well.
Times.
Please let me know that your health is not failing, and all this sort of bullshit. And I was like, Amanda has jumped in with an update for us. If you can see this on the screen.
Whoa. Amanda Arrowsmith, a new name for us. Thank you, yes, Amanda.
We haven't seen you before, Amanda. Welcome, and we appreciate the update because no one else has bothered to give us anything for this game, and you've just slid in there,
just popped in there,
dropped a 50 burger, smashed it out the park.
Yeah.
We would love to have you just in the comments at any point in time. Thank you very much. Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Quality.
They did one for Carson Wentz after he got after he got traded to the Colts. They did one for Carson Wentz as well.
What's the difference between a transfer and a trade? Because that didn't sound any different to me.
Transfer is it's usually player led and it's college. You transfer schools.
Right.
Like
okay.
there's generally no compensation for, like, it's literally you just switch schools. Whereas a trade, you're obviously traded for something. You send player A and you get something back, be it whether it's either future picks, current picks, another player. Yeah.
Falcons are 29-13 up against the Bulls.
Warriors have scored. Hey, you're so disappointed. You're like, I want to see these updates.
I want to see their updates. I'm doing it on Twitter. It's ruined my Instagram stories, my journey. I see that it says the Rams are 69-0 at full time.
Yeah, I've just seen that as well. We also heard that apparently the Rams are pieces of shit. So I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. But
yeah. There's I think it was old Tommy Lunchtime said it.
Tommy Lunchtime said it. We have heard that as well, Adam. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Adam. Nice, yeah. I picked it up too. Chris. Right, let me. Right, we're going to pretend that we don't know that the Warriors have scored, and I'm going to do really dramatic.
Well, Darren's mugging you off right here.
Yeah, I know. He's very close to getting a banhammer.
Not having it. Get out.
Touchdown. It was literally the next thing whatever. The next update is them when they scored. 28-18 it is there, mate.
Oh, 28-18. Right, so they got the
18.
Got the PAT.
They certainly did. Right, so Blitz returning this, running a lot of sideways. The Warriors just slam him down. Looks like they're around 24, 25 yard line-ish. Another pass. Another catch. Do you know what? The Warriors DBs haven't had a great game. They've had a good game tackling, like when they've had to come up and support the run. But
yeah.
There's a lot of completed passes happening that you don't normally see against the Warriors. Just as I say that, one of them bats down a pass. Like I said, I can't see the Warriors giving up this lead that they've got. I know it closed down and came back up again, but yeah, I can't see them losing this game now. But we'll see.
Bit of a joke. After getting their game cancelled today, the Worcestershire Black Knights have come out and decided to post something on Twitter.
Come on, tell me what have they posted?
So the Betty Pope Memorial Trophy gives Worcestershire Black Knights football an opportunity for revenge against the Hereford Stampede. 15th of October, kick-off at 7 p.m. So they're rescheduling a game for 7 p.m. on the 15th of October.
Is that a league game?
I've got no fucking idea.
Because the Black Knights did back out of a game against the Stampede.
That's a Friday night. That's 7 p.m. on a Friday night.
Which is possible. It's not. It's just. And making it a memorial game doesn't mean it's a charity match, like a friendly one-off or whatever. They're both in the same division. I think that's the rescheduled fixture.
So I got to give them some props then if they're managing to reschedule that for a Friday night.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh,
Friday
Chris.
night.
Oh, Chris.
It's the sauce after dark.
Dark sauce.
Yeah.
Another TD and extra point for Leicester, 13-29. We had that, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, we did. Birmingham took a while to update their Twitter.
I think I prefer the one that Chris has just given us.
No. Yeah. Do you know, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the teams pulled out of it. I don't, like, both of those teams have been just terrible this year for filling fixtures.
Yes, they have.
Why don't you have a break and get a drink, Oz?
Yeah, I've got one here. Let me drop out and grab some.
Alright, mate.
You can give us your Britball Warriors Exile Warriors.
Yeah, I love it. It's my favourite game. Right, let me just put the border up so it doesn't look silly. So yeah, I'm just watching. So as I've paused it, the Blitz have the ball roughly at the midfield. The QB's drop back into a lovely looking pocket. He's looking out to his right, so like maybe a corner or a post route. Ball in the air straight to where I said. I can't tell if it was completed or not. The receiver definitely met it. Yeah, he definitely caught it because they moved well upfield. Oh, running back bust out. So they actually ran a play. Running back bust out and he just fucking fell over by himself. Like slipped as he was sort of like planted his foot. Gutted. Anyway, so that's that game. Let me see what we can see on Twitter if there's anything new. No. The game's all wrapped. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. I thought we'd be done by 5. What time did we start? 1:30. Yeah, I didn't realise we'd be going this long. Oh, you should have told me.
Mate, I was just like, the missus just mentioned it. She's like, "Are you nearly done?" I was like, "What? No, I've probably got hours left." And then I was just like, she's like, "You know it's nearly 5, right?" I was like, "Oh, fucking hell."
Yeah, I didn't realise that. Yeah, we'll give it, I don't know, we'll see.
I got 10 minutes in me.
Yeah, cool, that'll do, and then we'll stop.
I got other shit to do.
Alright, man.
It's NFL Sunday, my friend.
Yeah, I know. I love the NFL.
I know you do. I heard someone ask a question about it. You're like, nah, better off speaking to Oz. Like,
yeah, I don't know about. I love the game and I do like watching the NFL. I really do, but I would, like I said, I'd rather, if I had a choice, I'd rather watch a game in person in Britball.
No, see, I'd much rather watch NFL than Britball.
No, well.
I'd rather watch NFL on a TV than Britball in person.
Yeah, would you? No, I'd rather watch a game live, like go and watch a Britball game live. I really like the NFL. Like I do like the NFL.
Why would you do that to yourself?
But like I don't like. For me, like it's another league in another country, right? And I try to advocate for the growth of this league, and just I think people get a bit too carried away with the NFL. There's too many. For me, there's too much like fanboying and fangirling around it. Yes, I like it. Yes, it's awesome to watch it, and it's great that we've got players that are aspirational to get to it. But I don't know. I get a bit sick of like the high level of interest in it.
I look at it as the pinnacle. It's like if Britball wants to do anything at all, like this is what they need to be aspiring to.
Yeah.
Like even to like polish their shoes. But it's
No,
like the
well,
best
not-
Britball, the best Britballers should be aspiring to the International Pathway Program. Is what they should be aspiring for.
Yeah. Hold on. The Thrashers did an update, but it's not coming up on my. Right, I got it on my phone. Oh, it's gone. Okay, I was wrong. Touchdown Blitz, 28-24.
They take the lead. Wait, how are they at 28?
No. It's 28-24 to the Warriors. It's now 28-25 to the Warriors. The Warriors are now receiving the kickoff. This game's going to run out of time. You know, like it feels like it's going to run out of time before you get to sort of conclude it. You know, like as in like play wise. it sort of stagnated. Now it's getting really exciting, and then it was like going to end. But I think hopefully I beat Darren to the update that I did. Don McIntyre.
So. Yeah, I think that was in response to the cheaters winning.
Yeah.
Because that came through just after Russ's update did.
What a game! I wonder if anyone's because that score. What's that score like? 34-20.
34.
I wonder if anyone's done that for the game of the week score prediction. Not that I need to check right now, but I'll have a look. I'll do all the admin stuff later.
Did we get anything further on the Solent game at all?
No. I'm going to have a look on their Facebook. On their. Oh, that's what I was going to do was check Facebook, wasn't I?
I had a look for the Aztecs, couldn't find anything, but we obviously got that the update from Amanda.
Final score 42-6. Oh no, that's over the Rushmore Knights.
I was going to say, that was the fucking half-time score, wasn't it?
Yeah, 48-6. No, they've not updated. Shit club.
Who would ever want to play for them? They'll rank.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to have a quick look on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm seeing what I can.
These
if I can
Scottish
see
scores.
When I wake up, will I know I'm going to be? Sorry.
Right.
I feel like that's a little bit like xenophobic. Speaking of the Scottish scores and singing the Proclaimers. That would be like you playing I Come From a Land Down Under every time I logged into the stream.
What's saying that I don't?
Yeah, everybody else hears it, just not me.
Yeah. That'd be well funny. Right, let's check out Glasgow Tigers.
Oh.
There was a bench clearer. Do you know what? I was going to say, I wonder if there was like a massive fight there. But there was. Leg breaks to Bobcats QB also pushed the... Jesus.
Yeah, not the best put together sentence there, Jake, but we managed to get the gist of it.
Yeah.
You had all that fucking time. You could have at least decided to put it together correctly.
Right, let's just see Glasgow. There's no point checking Glasgow because they're unlikely to have updated it, are they?
No idea.
Right. Let's check East Kilbride. East Kilbride are usually good with this stuff.
Are they?
Yeah. They're decent off the field. East Kilbride. They've always been quite organised.
For some reason, I was thinking Clyde Valley. Yeah, EKP. Yes, usually quite well put together. Ugh.
Ah, right. Here we go. So an hour ago, they just confirmed it was 7-0. Let's see if there's anything more. 13-0, 21-0, 27-0. 27-0 is the last update we got, and that was 13 minutes ago.
Alright, we will take that. 27
This is what I need. I need to figure out somehow to get a Facebook feed as well. Then we have all the feeds. So yeah, are you taking that one on 27-0? Yeah.
Yeah. I've done it already for the. I'm just doing the ticket now. I've done it for the Facebook post.
So Jake said there were two separate incidents. There was a delay as the Bournemouth Bobcats starting QB had a leg breaking injury. There was also a bench. Oh right. Well, now it is clear enough. Yeah. You made it sound like two were related.
Yeah. This is not just me that's complaining about this, Jake. All right. Like you need to get your shit together. If you're going to provide updates, clear, concise. All right. Fucking hell.
Look at.
Oh no, it is. It's North Ants.
No, you tell that to Sean Breen. As soon as Sean Breen confirms it to me, I can tell you right now. It is Northern Ants. No, North Ants. That says Northerns, the first bit.
Yeah. No. So it's North Ants. We talked about this with them last week. They were okay with it. They posted about this. They gave their score update saying that the North Ants Knights. Yeah. So no, it's definitely North Ants.
But no, thank you, Sean, for pointing that out.
Yeah,
you're wrong.
Yeah.
So the Darlington Steam full time over the DC Presidents 32-0.
Jesus.
Or this will be a tough one to get, but let's try Edinburgh Wolves and the Goliaths. Pain being the one that grabs the scores, isn't it? You're just constantly scrounging around.
I'm just looking everywhere I can.
Yeah, and you like it. It's like once you've done one round of everything, you then got to start again. It's just constant, and then you know, especially when there's like conflicts, like you had, like a couple of people.
I think it's also as well when you're sitting there trying to shit talk people in the comments as well. Like you're trying to react to things and.
Yeah, that's why you need to just drop. Like that's why the producer just drops back and feeds it all. Yeah. Because it's just it's really difficult.
Anyway, I'm ready. Full time Falcons Bulls 29-13.
Cool.
And with
just checking. So the Warriors punt to the Blitz. So the Blitz have the ball.
That's usually how that works when you punt to somebody.
I just meant like they managed to stop them scoring and
you made it seem so shocked. They punted to them and now they've got
it. Yeah. Well, the Blitz are running with it. They're just not getting anywhere. Third down, fourth down. They must go for it on fourth down, which we'll see in a second. But yeah, who's streaming the Blitz game? No one, Jake. What I do is I get the updates from the stories of the London Warriors Instagram stream. They're really good. Instagram page. They're really good at posting updates. So if you go and have a look at the Warriors stories. You'll see all of these updates. They do miss some stuff out, but as you can see, like me talking about it, there is a lot of plays in there that they have, and then they sometimes write on to tell you like the scores and stuff. So yeah, there's no stream, but probably the next best thing.
I think with that, I'm probably going to call that for me. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, sweet. Let me just see this Blitz. I just want to see what the Blitz did in this one, and then yeah, we'll call it a day. So the Blitz, they drop back, fourth down ball, caught. I think he caught it, but we don't see. They might go and score here. Okay, yeah, well you drop out, mate, and I'll cover this and then I'll finish off. But thank you for today. You're the man. We'll catch up soon, and we'll see you next week for the big finale.
Yes, I will buy more rum and coke and we'll get liquored on stream.
Alright, bro. Take care.
Alright, see you later, mate.
Bye-bye. Right. Let me get my thing out. I just want to... I would have ended it, but I just want to see... Because if the Blitz score here, then they go ahead again in the game. I wouldn't say it's game over, but it makes it quite exciting, right? And the Warriors haven't posted anything on their story in a couple of minutes, so it makes me think that maybe the Blitz did score. But let's see. Alright. So we don't have an Edinburgh Inverclyde. Let me just check Inverclyde. See if we can get Inverclyde. There's Inverclyde American football in it because they don't call themselves the Goliaths on Facebook, which is weird. Man, why don't people update stuff? We got another post in the comments. When was the last time the Warriors lost a regular season game? I don't know. Let me see if I can find out, because we've got all the scores on our website. I'll have a little look. Admittedly, it's not that easy to use our website at the moment, but it will be soon. Right, let's check this out. We got any more score updates in the comments? They lost to the Blitz in 20. Oh, cheers, Jason. Lost to the Blitz in 2017. Which meant they were seeded second. And right. Yeah, that's right. Of course. I should have known that. We just talked about it earlier. I'm just waiting for it to pull up. So, let's check. 2017 season. I can even tell you the score. Jason doesn't get there first. No, it's not loading. Yeah, so 2017, but I can't get the score up for some reason. It's got this drop down. I don't think they lost any games since then. Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? 2017 was the last time they lost the game. I just want to have a quick look. Right, so they have posted on Instagram. I'm just going to have a refresh of the screen and see if there is a. Imagine that, London Blitz TD victory formation. The Warriors win. So there was they didn't. Oh, I assume that pass it must have been because the ball's in the same. But it was an incomplete pass. I wasn't sure. So yeah, 25-28 is the final score there. So well done to the both teams really. I know the Blitz lost, but that's a hell of a scare they must have put on the Warriors, and the first team to do that for probably quite some time. To last them for it to go basically to the wire this game. 25-28 full time. Let me just wrap that in there. So we still got some games we don't have a. Oh, we did have. Hold on, Swindon. We did have a score for Swindon Bristol, didn't we? But I don't think Oz put it in. I'll have to have a look and see if we've got that in. But okay, cool. Well, we've got a few more games that we've got games that are coming in full time now, but a few more games that haven't. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stop it here, and I'll be back out later to update the scores once they're all in, and then we'll also send out the scorecards as well, post them up so everyone can see them. So yeah, thanks for joining us today, and we'll be back next week for our last Game Day Live of the adult contact season. It will then start up in a few weeks after with for the Uniball season, which will be really exciting. And you will have new presenters, and not me, hopefully. Yeah, cool. All right, guys, we'll take it easy. We'll catch up with you next week.